Yes, sir. It's a random Friday hangout. Hopefully, we get a couple people over here, see what's going on. So, today I'm actually taking my 1991 Donruss set that I have been putting into binders. I just think that when you're doing a 700 card set, it's nice to see them and actually kind of flip the pages. But I've been putting them front to back. And so I kind of want to change that. And so I have a bunch of penny sleeves here. And I have a brand new Ultra Pro box right here. Hopefully I got the right ones this time. Aha, I did. Awesome. Last time I got like Ultra Pro Silver or something, and they were really bad. Really bad. Let's see. It's Friday night. I don't know if anybody's even here on Friday nights on YouTube. Let's see. All right. 1 second. Think I'm alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. You guys didn't come here for my singing. Anyway, so I got my Ultra Pro stuff here, and here's the cards that I'm going to be. So I'm going to be taking these and changing them to actually, instead of front to back, just the front. So, hey, Jeff, how's it going? So right now I'm starting with number 1, starting with the Diamond Kings there. So this will be my fun for tonight. So there's page 1, 1 to 9. So now I need 10 to 18. It's Henry S. is here too. And Card Connection. Awesome. Yeah, spilling stuff on your TTM supplies is not recommended. So here's some of the other Diamond Kings that I'm rebindering. Ron Gant, Delino DeShields, Sandy Alomar, Rhino, Ramon Ramirez, Martinez, sorry. Dave Magadan, and Matt Williams. So finding them a brand new home out here in Binderland. So I need 10 through 18. There we go. Here we go. This is exciting. Watch this. Oh. You guys don't want to see that. That's kind of boring. So how did you end up spilling on your TTM supplies there, Henry? $15. I usually do front to back on these, and I don't know. I just kind of, you can't really see everything. So I just decided to finally break down and get some more pages. T. So here's some of the other Diamond Kings. I'm doing pretty good on the Diamond Kings. I only need about 2 or 3 more. But who we got? There's Dave Ergetti, Rafael Palmero, Kurt Stillwell, Greg Olson. So Dick Perez on the checklist card, he actually signed both the front and the back. So there you go. So that is 21 to, or 19. Yeah, 19 to 27 should be, right? Yep. Cool. Which makes these 27 or 28. Do I binder all of my TTMs? No, I don't. Actually, most of them I actually have in top loaders. So top loaders are what I usually use, and just this 1991 Donruss set is what I'm putting in binders. So that was 27. This is 28, 29. It's always weird because I'm like, which one is on here? So card connection, all the first comment I see is hi. So hi. That's the only comment I see. I see you. Yeah, so oh, you know what? I got off track already. I didn't put penny sleeves in these. So get the penny sleeves in these first. Some people do, some people don't put penny sleeves when they put them in top loaders. I try to, unless I'm doing front to back, and then they don't fit right. You sent to Drew Brees. Wow. I sent to him once. I think it was before he became a superstar. Never heard anything back. So that was unfortunate. So 29. Yeah, math is hard on these. So 29, 30. Henry, we're all getting whooped on Hit the Deck. What are you talking about? Pokey is going to be a hard one to get from get enough entries to beat him, but it's possible. I mean, it's all going to be randomized, you know. So first time TTMer. Oh, well, once you try TTMing, you never go back, and you'll get people who say that you're ruining your cards, but just send some junk stuff out, and yeah, it'll be fine. Here's the latest page of 91 Donruss. That one's a little high. There you go. Oh, junk. Don't call my wax junk. So these, as you can see, already have some on the back. So on these, I'm just taking the ones that are in back out. Pat Neshak, yeah, Pat's a good one. Make sure you send to the right address, though. He actually posted the correct address about a month ago, I think, because people were still using an older PO box. So make sure you do some research and send to the correct address. All right, let's get some top loaders on these. Sid Bream. I haven't sent to Sid Bream in a while, I think. I try not to send to the same person within like 2 to 3 years, if that, you know. Hey, Ike, how's it going? Just kind of going through some 91 Donruss. I need to check my website here, because the further in I go, the further I can't count by nines. So 45. So 46. Hey, Peyton Manning fan. Just kind of hanging out today. I know I don't do live streams very often. I'm thinking of doing some kind of a TTM of the day, maybe, and just doing some short live streams every day, but that takes a lot of work. I don't know what his current address is. Where did he post that? Was that on Twitter, Henry, that Neshak posted his latest address? $54. There we go. Fan packages. You know, I've never actually done fan packages. I think I did one, and I got like a towel. I can't remember where that was from. Was it Chiefs? Can't remember. One of my older videos, like 2013. So this you can actually see through it. This one's not too complete, unfortunately, on here. That's 54. So this should be. Hey, remember the greats. How you doing? Yeah, I don't do live streams very often because it was never really convenient because of the background. Because otherwise, with my main computer, you would pretty much just see the closet, basically. So what I did was I actually turned my desk around, and so I could actually do this like this, or I could do my normal videos, and I also have a little background over there if I want to turn stuff around. So I think it'll work. We shall see. Okay, now I don't know where I left off. 54. Okay. So this should, that's not right. 54. I lost the page while I was talking to you guys. What did I do with it? Is it here? Oh, it's here. So 54, and this will be 55, 56, 57. So I need to take this side out. It's crazy. This is like the one thing that I hate doing the most is organizing things. And that's why I kind of did doubles, front to back. Especially doing it on camera. Oh, Lordy. All right. So put these in here. Ta-da! Okay. 63. So we need to start with 64. 2002 Topps Total set. How many cards are in that, Henry? So now I have 64 to 72, right? Yep. Cool. Honestly, Ike, I haven't paid that much attention, to be honest. Last year was such a bust for baseball to me. I haven't been paying that much attention this year. I do know that they rescheduled the White Sox game at the Field of Dreams this year, so I'm going to try to go to that. So that should be pretty cool. If I can get tickets, they're probably going to be $200 or $300 each. I did it again. I've been forgetting the top loaders. Arg. 815 for the set. Yeah, no thanks. One set is enough. One set is enough for me. I think I'm only missing a little over 100 of these right now. 67, 68, 69, 70. Like I said, I got to count backwards from 9. Why does that not look right? 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Yep, that's right. All right. Another page. If there's anybody on here that you guys would know. What was that? Oh, hey, someone's here. Do you smell what's cooking?
Oh, I'm smelling it. What's up, dude?
Here too. I don't know. I'm just re-gifting my 91 Donruss binders here.
Nice.
I'm one of those bad people that do front to back normally.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm changing my ways. So I'm taking out the backs and putting them.
Now
proper.
I'll do that on a team. Like I'm doing if I was doing a set, but if it's like I'm doing my player collecting, I have them in each individual, not front to back, because I want to see the back of the card.
Right.
So I got a new TTM in the mail. That's appropriate.
No way. You?
I know. Twins legend from the 1981 Fleer. I think you know a little bit about that.
I know.
81 Fleer.
No, I know 91 Donruss, but
is legend Roger Erskine. Roger. What's your clearance? Hold on, wait. We're live. Oh my gosh, I thought it was just me and you.
Oh no! Surprise!
I'm glad I wasn't like standing up, adjusting my junk or picking my nose or whatever.
That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize. I'm over here just sitting there like goofing off and like I'm about ready to start talking some real nonsense.
Yeah, Henry's even here. So.
Oh, Henry, what up? Hey, Henry, and he also Roger Erskine, aka the luckiest man on earth, sent me an index card too, autographed. So
nice.
You got to peek behind the curtain. So what I'll be doing later.
I was gonna say, are those gonna be videos coming up?
Yeah, probably if you play your cards right. Literally, play your cards right. You see what I did there?
I saw what you did there. Oh, I'm also doing penny sleeves in top loaders.
Oh, yeah. Must be nice. You found penny sleeves.
Why? Are they out everywhere?
Well, I mean, like supplies are difficult to find, especially like top loaders and the semi-rigids and all that stuff. But
I bought a case of top loaders and I still have most of the case.
Nice.
So maybe I need to.
If you ever need to get out of the country quickly and you need some fast cash, you can sell that. Oh, now did you pay for that or?
No, that was just I think that was just a normal TTM. Yeah, I don't know when off the top of my head.
Oh, you dirty rat!
See ya, Ike. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah,
we had Remember the Great Sports here too. I don't know if he's still here or not.
Oh yeah, Joel's he's a cool cat. Meow. Talking about cats, where's mine at? He's gonna come up here and attack me.
Have you ever had success with Norm Macdonald? Ooh. No, let me go to the videotape.
No, I've never have. He'd be a good one to have, especially now. He might be easier to give because he's pretty much been canceled. So he's probably just sitting around looking for something to do. He won't be doing any more KFC commercials, that's for sure.
I have Norm Carlton, but no Norm Macdonald.
Oh, two Norms don't make it right. So. What's up, Falsey? Yeah, ratings go, baby. Yeah, put this all over the interwebs. You'll end up having at least like 5 people in here before that.
I was actually just thinking of you and Henry because I forget who it was. It wasn't Filmington. Was it Mangini? I don't know. It was one of the normal guys said that they were using hotel card keys to protect their cards or something. Like they were talking about how they always keep their hotel card keys. I'm like, there you go. That's a use for them to mail things out. So
Henry was ahead of the curve on that. Yeah, that's right. What was that guy's name? I just missed it. The guy just that's what he's hoping for. I missed
Bill.
William.
Yeah.
Well, good luck on that because hopefully you'll get some luck with him. I would assume that he's not overtly busy. So
kind of like well, I shouldn't say. Anyway. My friend
today I actually canceled my Star Tiger
what?
Thing. Yeah, I canceled. I mean, I got the full rest of the month, so I'm gonna go in there and take down a bunch of addresses.
Wow, you said you were getting back into it. Why'd you cancel? You just gonna use free places?
Nah. I mean, like I said, like I told you, I just go in spurts. I did like 20 or so, and then I kind of slowed down, and I'm gonna probably do a few more this month. But
yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I like to try to spread it out. And like I said, I'm still getting a few trickled in. Like I said, I got I got Twins pitching legend Roger Erskine, like I said earlier.
So.
You stop doing it. Stop doing it until you. Hashtag walk away.
I was like, I got to get the hit the deck stuff out, and so I actually went to the post office on Sunday, so I don't have to talk to anybody. And
they're closed on Sundays, right?
Well, they have the kiosk, but 90% of the time the kiosk is broken, and the kiosk was broken again. So
there you go. Well, shocker.
But I was actually actually ready to drop, $55 and
you were ready.
Get 100.
You took that $55 and you went and bought some wax.
I did actually, didn't I? I did. I forgot about that. Yeah. All that stuff's downstairs, but yeah, I bought, was it 89 tops and then some other cards, but yeah, I need to get away from 85 to 91 just because there's so many repeats of people that I have. So,
well, I sent you a bunch. I hope you all can use them, and
I sent out a bunch.
I'll send you more if you want. If you ever need any more,
then I'll have those monster boxes in the background. In the
right. Yeah, it's all empty, but it looks good. Like,
don't tell my secret.
Right.
Hey, Preston, how's it going? Ooh, this guy's a good signer, right?
Well, Clark, he's a one. He's a 1-for-1, and then he writes your name down or something so he doesn't sign again.
Brett Saberhagen too. This is a good.
Yeah, I think he charges a couple dollars for or at least he used to.
This is a good sheet. Let me put them in here so before I forget.
How long? So you've been doing this for 22 minutes then?
Yeah, I just decided to turn it on.
That's cool.
I was telling everybody I actually. So one of the things that I hate about doing live streams is when I do my regular videos, I have the camera over there and go this way, but the live streams, it doesn't work that way because my camera's on my computer, and so it doesn't quite work right.
I see.
And so what I did was I moved my desk, and so I could go this way or I could go the other way if I wanted to.
Ooh, fancy.
There's a little baby Yoda. What's his name? Gore. Oh, shoot. Whatever his name is.
Oh, no. I haven't watched it.
Someone in chat's going to get mad at me because I forgot his name.
Well, they're going to be more mad at me since I don't even know. I didn't even see the show, so.
Grogu. That's what it was. Grogu.
So that's what Baby Yoda's real name is, Grogu?
Yeah.
That is definitely disappointing.
Preston's like, Groot?
I know. No, exactly. They're trying to make, they're like, we got to do a Star Wars version of Groot. Let's do a Baby Yoda.
Well, Tim just called us ragamuffins. I don't know.
You see this ragamuffin hair here?
So here's my latest.
I'm not trying to front. Oh, nice.
Who's on here?
Pittsburgh Mother Truckers.
Ken Oberkfell.
As long as it's not Ken Oberkfell.
There you go. Alan Trammell.
Yeah, you got to get his signature before he pops the big one.
Lee Getterman's always a good signer.
Yeah, he has a good signature too.
Yeah.
You want to see? Since this is TTM autograph, aka TTM Troy, I should show my TTMs to you. Stuff that you've never seen before.
There you go.
Yeah, sound like it's going to get us all. What's that? Oh, Dr. Rhodes is coming back at you.
I thought maybe that was a reference to Caesar's ragu.
Oh yeah, when he stuck it in that jar.
Where he pulled the card out of the ragu. That was a good pull.
That was a good pull. I mean, I got to give him an A for effort, dude. He's pretty creative. I mean, you got the Bryce Harper underwear relic he created. And
I'll take a hard pass on that.
Yeah, well, I mean, he didn't. I mean, it was funny because he cut it out and actually made a relic card of Bryce Harper underwear or whatever. It was hilarious.
When should I mail cards for spring training? We were just kind of talking about this. I have not. Yeah. I have not paid any attention to spring training again, just because of the fiasco last year. So, well, normally it would be about now. You'd look up when pitchers and catchers are reporting, and then do a week before that. You don't want to do too far out, because then they might just throw them away. But I don't even know what the policies are this year. Well, I have not been paying attention.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was going to say I was watching, or I read today online when I was working. It's okay. It was on my break. Don't freak out, guys. That they said that the Biden administration asked them to push back spring training and also the baseball season, and MLB said they brought it to the union, and the players go, "No, we're not." So I'm assuming everything's going to be on track. So unless something dramatically changes over the next couple of weeks, they're going to report like normal to on the 15th or 16th or whatever it is, and then everything. So, which is kind of weird if you think about it, because the football's going on and they're having fans in basketball stadiums, which is indoors. You would think that you could be outside and do it, I don't know. Like I said, it's above my pay grade, but it just sometimes makes you scratch your head. You're like, what? I don't get it.
Yeah, last year everything was just so up in the air. This year,
Right. Well, last year was a different story. I get it.
Yeah.
But that last year, everyone thought we're going to die.
Yeah, but I still think hanging out on the baselines to get stuff is going to be non-existent.
Oh yeah, that's not going to happen.
So
that might not ever get fixed for who knows how long.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
I can't imagine them going to be letting anybody get down up on the first or third base sides along the dugout. Those days are over.
Yeah, you'll have to sneak one to the mascot if he comes up into the stands. Hey, go get.
You have to come in with your COVID-19 passport to show that you're okay.
Right. So we got a couple people that I haven't seen in the live stream before. Owen, who I know, I think he's
Owen Shopke.
I think he's up in Wisconsin. I'm not sure.
Wisconsin, don't you know?
And Chad, I actually met Chad. He's up here somewhere. There he is.
Is that hanging Chad or dimpled Chad?
He's a guy that comes through once a year on his truck. he goes down to Florida for a year, and last year we just couldn't connect. So, yep.
I do.
He does.
Yep, it's called grave robbing. It's not something I recommend.
It pays the bills.
It pays the bills. I mean, if you ever watch Frankenstein, that's how they made money. So
we were talking about this with a lot of people. Is I stole this from Chase, and a lot of people are doing it now, and that's getting the umpires to sign the checklists.
Yeah.
Seems to be growing in popularity.
I think that's good because it's kind of like having managers sign the team cards.
Oh yeah.
It's a good idea because obviously a lot of times they didn't have manager cards, but they had team cards, and obviously they were manager, or having the front office do it. Like they're front office people and things that you try to get guys that might have been Hall of Famers or players from the past.
Oh right.
But you get them on the team card. It's a good idea. Ethan Morgan, 2019 MLB Chevy play ball reporter. Wow, that's a heck of a name there. That doesn't quite roll off the tongue.
The comment is shorter than the name there, but
I know.
Good to have you here, Ethan.
I'm like, Ethan Morgan, 2019 MLB Chevy play ball. It's like, oh, it's over. I missed out.
How do you get addresses? Well, Zombie cancels all the places that he gets addresses from, but
I do.
I prefer Star Tiger. There's also a free site called fanmail.biz, and then there's Sports
pages.
Collector Sports Card Forum. That's what it is.
Or you can just stalk them from their houses and then just walk in, just be like, knock on the door. That's what I do usually. I'm like, Tom Cruise, what are you doing here? Like that.
Was it Tom Cruise or his kid? You know, he's very short. I don't know.
Right. I'm like jumping up and down on his couch when he gets home. I'm like, hey, Tom, welcome back. Oh.
I think I told you my Tom Cruise story, right?
You told it to me, but I think you should share everybody.
I
love that Tom Cruise story.
I saw Tom Cruise from afar.
He cussed you out because you didn't have your mask on.
No. So I won tickets on. There's a station in LA called K-Rock, KROQ, and there's the Kevin and Bean show, which is pretty popular. And and so I won tickets to Mission Impossible 2, the premiere, at the Man's Chinese Theater, no less.
That's legit, dude.
That's where C-3PO and R2-D2 have their footprints and cement, you know. So I get there, I take a friend from work, and we get there and we park all the way down, because if you guys have seen them pre-COVID, they have those stands, the metal bleachers set up on the sides of the street and everything. And so we strolled down. We're like, yeah, we're going to the premiere of Mission Impossible 2, because this is kind of the big one. So we have our tickets, and we see where people are coming out of the limos and getting on the red carpet, and we're like, okay, let's go. And then as soon as we get in there, someone's like, whoa, we're like, but we have tickets. And they're like, yeah, you need to go in the side door.
Yeah, they're like, who do you think you are, Troy Rudder, aka Tony?
So, but once we actually got in the Man's Chinese, they had video, like closed circuit from what was outside. And so I did see Tom Cruise. It was hard to see because he is short over the top. Hey, we got another TTMer coming in here. It's going to be a TTM night. Who we got? Zane
Savage.
Zane Savage.
How you doing?
Mother of pearl.
Oh gosh, now I gotta get centered. I'm not used to being like 1/3 of a screen. How am I gonna
do I have another layout? Let me see.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'll adjust.
I want to be big. How about that?
Well, I've been telling that to girls for years.
They got pills for that now.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I know. I need to wait until like 2:00 in the morning, wait for those pills to pop up on those commercials.
So Zane, I think we might have talked about this in an episode or two, but I have always been a front to back person.
Sacrilege.
And so now I've seen the error of my ways, and so I'm taking all 770 cards out and
it's only
putting them
taking
in the
40+ years.
Correct way. It'll take more than this live stream.
Right.
So you're redoing the whole thing. Are you doing it with sleeves, or are you going raw? Yeah, you're going with sleeves.
Gotta have protection, man.
Yeah, that's real 1990s of you, Troy. Nice.
So Henry's having a rough night. Everybody say hi to Henry. He spilled tea on his TTM supplies. So. Oh
no, Henry, man. That's what happens. You should not be drinking tea and working at the same time. It's
don't drink in TTM.
Don't drink in TTM. You got it. What? Tea time mistakes, TTM.
Side door, Troy is better. I better not have put that one on, Scott.
Whoa now.
Wow.
Whoa.
We're changing your name in the group chat, Troy.
No.
Yes,
but it's hard. It's actually very difficult to penny sleeve cards and put them in binders and do a live stream at the same time.
Are you cutting the corners of the penny sleeves?
No.
Oh, well.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah, it's easier to
start back at one.
I'm just having a hard time counting to 9 as I'm putting these back in.
You're less likely to ding the corner when it goes in.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you know that Lee Gutterman autograph is going to be worth millions if you get it in that perfectly penny sleeve.
How did I miss this? Guess who was in here that I'm doing?
Donnie Baseball, baby.
Nice.
That's one sexy sig.
It shine. No, I can't do that as good as Caesar can. But
Don Mattingly, baby. That is a real Donnie Baseball.
He has a charity event about an hour away from here every year usually. I don't think he had it last year because of COVID. But
where are you at?
I'm in Southern Illinois, but he's from Evansville, Indiana. So,
I actually went to college in Southwest Indiana.
okay,
So,
yeah, cool.
So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, do you know Evansville very well?
Evansville, yeah. I mean, Evansville is basically where we go for everything. It's the only place around here that like has any events.
Oh,
that's crazy, dude. I bet I know your area pretty well. Are you around Carbondale?
About the same amount away from Carbondale as we are Evansville.
Okay.
Is that where you go for all your whatever the cons? Then is that where they are?
No, they had one convention 1 year. That's it. But the big cities only have the cons. But anyways, Mattingly has this charity event, and the last one he had pool hosts there, and you could hang out with Mattingly and pool hosts, like a meet and greet small meeting thing for like $1,000, and you could get like one thing signed by each.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he had Bernie Williams there before and Mariana Rivera. Like, you know, he gets a lot of those guys in there because it's called Mattingly Charities, I think, right?
Yeah, right.
So yeah, I used to go back when he had his restaurant, Mattingly 23s, back in the 80s.
Yep,
and that was awesome.
Almost every person in this area has like a piece of memorabilia from that restaurant, like a coaster or like a
Yeah, my family's from that area originally, my mom's side, so we used to go there all the time.
I apologize.
I'm leaving. I'm offended. I'm intrigued. Valparaiso. Yeah,
I felt the same way with Zane a couple times. So.
I'm actually in outside of Indianapolis, Victor. So I'm on the around Muncie, Indiana, on the northeast side now. But I'm from Southern Indiana, Jeffersonville, right on the bridge from Louisville, Kentucky.
I got you.
But just to tell you, Victor, since you're in Valparaiso, so yeah, Valpo.
I love Indianapolis. I love it. Like Indy, I'd rather go to Indy any day over St. Louis.
Yeah, Indianapolis they have the if you do like Horror Hound and Days of the Dead, there's two big ones up here in Indianapolis.
We mainly hit up concerts and basketball games, but it's a pretty good drive. I mean, it's like 5 hours, but it doesn't feel like 5 hours. And St. Louis is so like, I mean, it's getting kind of bad in some areas. So
yeah,
I know Indy is pretty bad. Like north, is it north? I forget where the bad part of Indy is, but we kind of stay away out of that area.
Yeah, if you're in the downtown area, you're fine. But if you're in northern Indianapolis, you're fine too. It's you want to stay away from the west side.
West side, okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can go there, but you might want to make sure you're locked and clocked, ready to rock with your Kevlar vest. It's like the Purge.
This is actually a pretty good page here.
Ooh, nice. Is that TTM or bot?
That's a bot, but
no. Who is that? Roger Clemens? I missed it.
Fernando.
Oh, Fernando. Okay.
Yeah, I tried to get him so many times.
He has a really great signature.
But Greg Harris is a good signer.
And
Glavin,
yep.
Tom Glavin. Did you get that TTM or did you buy that one?
I'm not sure about that one.
Because I would think Tom Glavin is such a dick.
And then there's Dennis Martinez, Dave Parker.
Oh, the Cobra.
Brett Butler. She looks different when she played baseball.
Yeah, that was a post transition.
Why don't you say that name for me, Zombie? I might mess it up.
Paul, I can't. Annermacher or something. I can't hardly make it out.
Assenmacher.
Nothing beats Rusty Kuntz.
Goofball name.
Yeah. So I've been thinking, I've been pondering about doing something live. It might take a lot of work, but just looking on Instagram and stuff and seeing what people have gotten in and doing like a today in TTM thing that would only be like 15 minutes a day and just say, here's what some people got in.
Leo Laporte's going to see you.
Today. Does he have today in TTM?
Yeah.
Oh, today in tech.
Yeah. I guess it's this week in tech, isn't it? I think he has
still around.
Could you just use could you just go through and pick out like 5 or 8 or whatever TTM successes from like Star Tiger and talk about that? That'd be easy.
Well,
it wants to be interactive.
Last time I tried to do that with Mike the Fanboy, they kind of turned on me a little bit for.
Oh yeah, Star Tiger posting private paid addresses publicly is a big no-no.
Yeah, so. But if people,
I'm not saying tell them what it is, but just saying like people are signing through the mail, or this is where you can find it, not the actual address, you know.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people just want to know where to get it, or if they're signing. Because I mean, for me, like back when they were still signing, like when they're doing Broadway, that was like a good place to go because a lot of times people wouldn't sign. Yeah. But on Broadway, these guys would be a lot more apt to do it because they're stuck there all day, all week long. So they'll sign. I mean, I got a bunch of British actors that way that I would never get in because I didn't want to deal with the UK postage bull BS and all that. So
you have to join
I got a bunch.
You have to join a
postal trading group,
tramp staying club,
tramp stamps,
stamp
I'm not doing that.
Stamp trading club.
I promise I'll get you Harry Potter's autograph. You just get that tramp stamp on your lower back.
That's what I meant to say. No, I was just going to pick a few from Instagram that people were posting and just
I see. Okay.
Give people some love and
show me your wand, Harry.
No.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, they have stamp trading groups that you can just trade postage back and forth, and then international so then because it's only like $1 or whatever to ship out. Then you get one of their international stamps coming back, and then that way it makes it easy for you're a lot more likely to get success that way. That way they don't have to actually pay and buy postage.
Right. And in Canada you could order just online and get them to send you stamps, but I wish the UK would have something like that. But
yeah,
at least Canada still loves us.
Eventually it will happen, I bet.
Canada still loves us. So just think for us three and for Chase and for Scott, for most of the people in chat, like if we were in the UK, how much the hobby would be different.
Yeah.
Like I know they have obviously they have actors in movies over there,
Shocker, really?
But most of Star Tiger and all these address sites are US centric, like that is what it is. And so just trying to get US stamps and back and forth, unless you're writing to Harry Potter or Star Wars or Game of Thrones.
I will say this though, some of the ones like the Hail Marys that I see have a high success rate from overseas people, because somebody gets in a letter, they see it's from like London or from Australia, they're more likely to sign because the person put more effort into it to get it there. So they do have higher success rates.
Yeah, Chase or Henry, that's what I meant. You could buy Canadian stamps.
Canada
directly from
I got
Canada.
What part of Canada are you from?
I do that because most of the hockey players' names I can't pronounce. Actually, there's a good website for
most
hockey.
of them are Russians or whatever, Ukrainians and stuff.
There's actually a fabulous. I got to put that up on a blog post or something, because there is a hockey player name pronunciation website. Cool. It's really awesome.
That's hilarious. They do when they spell it out or phonetically or whatever, so you can be able to say it. Yeah,
I'm just.
When I used to live in, it took me a while to get used to seeing people's names in Japanese when I was living in Japan, because there's so many different pronunciations we don't have in English. So it took me a while to get used to seeing it and then going, "Oh, okay, that's how you pronounce it." Because before I would be like, "I know a," and they're like, "What?"
What?
And then I'm like, "In a way," they're like, "Oh yeah, that's how you pronounce it." I'm like, "Oh, sorry," or else I'm like, "What, you speak in Swahili?" It's like, no, sorry.
Well, people don't even now. They just put it in their phone. If you're in person, you just put it in your phone. And you just hold it up. So
yeah, here you go. Yeah. Henry, speak to you.
Henry's talking about the EastEnders, and I see a lot of those scroll by on Instagram, and I have no idea what it is. Is it like, in Australia where they have that Home and Away, which is like the longest running soap opera, and like
what was that PBS show that everybody was losing their minds over? That was it was like Jeremy Piven was in it for a while or something. It was American, but it was all British actors.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, I can't remember. It was like the most popular thing in the world. It felt
Downton Abbey?
Yeah, Downton Abbey, yeah. Weren't all those guys and gals all British except a few of the cast?
I didn't know Jeremy Piven. That's a weird casting.
Yeah, I think he was in it. He was in it, I think.
It's all these very British, right, high end like Shakespearean actors, and then Jeremy Piven.
You got Maggie Smith, and they're and starring Jeremy Piven.
No, I don't think it was the Teletubbies, Preston. That's
it was Boobas.
Someone from my hometown was on Boobas or Teletubbies or something.
Really?
Leslie Hall. She's the gem sweater.
What
person?
She's from your town? Oh yeah, the tight pants.
Yeah.
Watch out for my body rolls. Watch out for my body.
She's from my
rolls.
I graduated. She was a few years behind me.
Really, that's awesome.
And she still has like a YouTube show here, but I've never actually met her since her persona. But I do remember, since she was just a few years younger, her going to homecoming with the neck brace. I mean, that is a true story.
I need to send TT. Like, we love her. Like, that song is awesome. That's one.
Like, I want to get her on. I've been trying to get her like on a show like this. Like, I want to get Jack Smalling because he's in town. Talk about his address thing and Leslie Hall. I think that'd be fun.
Heck yeah, man.
Not as fun as Kazoo Kid, but
dude, if you do Leslie Hall, man, I'll jump on because I'm a big fan. I love her humor.
She's pretty funny. I haven't heard. Live shows are interesting, and I kept wanting to get on the crew because they do it in a town called Boone, which is like kind of rural.
Sounds like an Iowa town.
It's kind of one of those places that we make fun of in Ames.
Yeah.
Oh, Boone.
Well, if Ames is making fun of you,
I know. Kind of like what I say with Jason. The whole why do trees lean east from Indiana in Iowa or something? Because
come on, don't be talking about
Indiana. Oh, he's still here.
Yeah, I'm trying to find something to show you all. Have you all give me your opinion?
Barney was filmed 15 minutes from Chase's house.
It's a weird fact.
Barney?
Barney.
Jason, like me, Jason, or somebody else named Jason?
No, Chase's house. Sorry.
Oh, Chase. Okay, I thought you said Jason. I'm like, what? Well, son of a gun, where is it?
Yeah, I guess there's a few big names from this town, but the other one would be that, what's the name of that football kid? Burrows, something or other.
Joe Burrows?
Joe Burrows. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, you're being sarcastic.
No, I coached against Danny Burrows, his half brother, and his other brother once upon a time. But they moved like when Joe was really young. So it's one of those things where Wikipedia says born in.
Right. Yep.
But
not a true native.
Yeah.
Not true. Son of a gun, where is it?
I'm not getting any sorting done.
Sort, Troy. Give us topics and sort.
These were ones I was trying to sell, and then I got mad at eBay.
Well, with eBay, it's one of those things you get one bad experience and you can't let it ruin the lot because there's bad people out there that are going to do bad things, and you got to work past it.
Ooh, who is this?
Coming from a guy who's done eBay for like forever. Who is? Oh,
Stacy would be very mad at me.
Yep. Did he pass away? Am I?
You know who that is, Zane? You should know who this one is.
Gary V.
Yep. Gary Vaynerchuk. Yeah, I got a selfie with him when he told people not to take selfies with him.
Who does Gary V think he is? Isn't he like the guy who goes around like telling people to spend money on like LeBron James cards?
That's what he was. It was at Nationals, and he was doing a panel and was talking about how he was buying up all the Zions, right? And he was like, dude, or he told everybody, he's like, man, my kid's here with me. I want to go break some packs with them. Please do not come over to our table and ask for selfies while I'm,
who wants to
doing that. And so, of course, everybody else went over there. And so I was like, yep. What the heck?
Collectors don't listen. You should have known that. And really? On eBay, his stuff goes weird because I have a bunch of signed books and they don't sell for hardly anything, like $30 maybe. But his signed cards sell for like double.
Oh, yeah.
He was one of those guys that predicted the card market boom, but I don't know how you could predict a pandemic and everything that came along with the card boom. So I think he got a little bit lucky with that. Like,
it was a lot of self-serving because he was starting to come out with his own cards and everything, and so he was pumping it up, and then it just happened to be perfect.
He got got perfect timing.
Jason, guess who's in chat?
Even a broken clock's right twice, right, or whatever.
We have it cometh an egg in here.
Oh, the legend! Hey, another 2021 inductee to the YouTube Hall of Fame.
We have 2 Hall of Famers in the house.
Yeah.
Victor's asking if I have the pickers. No, I do not. I have been to the pickers, LeClaire, Iowa, but when you go, and I know the show's ending now, I think. I don't know if they'll keep their Iowa store or not, since their main one's now in Nashville. But when you go to the original Iowa store, they have the car outside like you see on the show and everything, and you go in and nothing is for sale until you go to the gift shop. Yep. And then they have a picker's logbook, that you could put your stuff in as you go around the garage sales, and Frank's face on a mug and all this stuff. But everything that you see from the show in the main building says not for sale on it.
Yep.
Lame.
And I was hoping to get like $100 something or other, but nothing's for sale.
Think of how much money they make in that show. I mean, like, they're not going to be flipping stuff for $50.
What's Barry
Plummer?
He just died today.
So. Yeah, that's a sloppy plumber. That's one of the sloppiest plumbers I've ever seen.
Do you think it's? What do you think? Real?
No, I mean the handwriting kind of checks out on it. He just must been having a bad day.
I got about 20 years ago TTM. So
yeah,
no, really? Wow.
Like the inscription kind of checks out from his handwriting because I did some studying on it today. But the signature is pretty sloppy.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. I've never seen one like that.
Yeah, I got it. I think I was telling you all earlier. I told you it was like one of those ones where he was doing a play on Broadway or off Broadway or something.
Yeah,
and I sent him a request, and like I've told this to Troy. I mean, everybody has their strategies, and we all understand that. You know what I'm saying? It's you've been in the TTM game for any length of time. You do what works for you. Whatever your highest success rate is, you're like, oh, that's what I'm doing moving forward. I'm hitting my groove, whatever that is. If you ask me the same thing, Zane, that works for you, I'd be like, yeah, try that. Doesn't work for me. So it's always just something different, But like I sent to him, and and the strategy I always use is try to talk about something that I'm sure he doesn't get asked about, or at least you think in your mind. Like everybody's gonna talk to him about, Sound of Music, like everybody.
Right.
So it's like pick that one little movie he did, like in 1982 that no one ever talks about.
Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, no. Super Mario. Yeah, Super Mario. I'm like, hold on, wait, what? He was in that? No. But I mean, I always like that was one of my strategies. It seems to work, especially with some of these actors have nothing, like I said, nothing going on when they're sitting around in their trailers or whatever during musical or by doing theater. And so it looked good to me at the time, but then at the everybody's a hater online nowadays. Even back then, everybody wants to tell you that's not real. That's this. That's this. And I'm like, I'm just asking. I'm not saying I'm going to sell this. Obviously, I've had it for 20 years. It's mine. I want to keep it. But sometimes people think they think they want to tear you down instead of trying to help you out.
That's right. Like Zane and my Robin Williams.
Yeah. Well, so I always think throwing constructive criticism, like saying, "Hey, you might want to check the authenticity on that because there's been some talking," but like flat out, like saying, like that is fake. You're promoting a fake autograph. That's a little accusatory. There's a way to approach it that's nice.
Sure. Yeah, I agree.
And allows the person to make their own decision.
Right. I mean, for people like, especially you and like Troy, people who like really know the ins and outs of it, it's like there's some things you just know when you look at it. Mm-hmm. You're like, that doesn't look that good. Like there's problems. Or you just know there's certain people who just don't sign, but people still want to say it's real, whatever. Like the Robin Williams he was talking about. Like it's just I think everybody wants to hope it's real. Oh God, that guy's real. Yeah, I got that somewhere too.
So
let me ask you.
Wait, real fast. I think the reason that signed so fast is because he was at the theater. That it kind of explains it. Because usually when he's at his house, he has time to sit down and sign. If you're at the theater, you just get a bunch of fan mail. You got stuff to do. He probably just cranked through it. But go ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is like a lot of these older guys and gals. And I don't know again what your strategy is in the past. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Yes.
Zane Savage.
2,000 subscribers.
I guess I'll be done subscribing later on today, I guess. But I guess I know Troy, him and I've talked offline, but I want to ask you. So when you send something to somebody that it may be a crapshoot, or you don't even know at all. Like it's like a completely untested one. Do you send your own 8x10s or your own, whatever it is, or do you just say, hey, if you have something available, I would like to get an autograph kind of thing? They might have stuff, that they're willing to, like, they have their own stack of stuff that's sitting there for people who request an autograph. Like, what do you usually do in that situation? Because if you do that too much, you're blowing through money left and right because you're doing 20, 30 requests, whatever. So what's your strategy usually?
I'll go first. I always send something now. It was different in the 90s when you didn't have all the big photo duplicator places or access to eBay and press kits and stuff like that. And all my early ones, like Don Adams and Ernest Borgnine, those were just ones that I asked, hey, do you have something to send me? And so those were really lucky. But these days, always photos, and there's cheap places to get them. But unless it's a playbill that you're going to. But last time I did playbills about 2 years ago, almost everybody was asking for donations for those. So what about you, Zane?
My rule of thumb is make it as easy as possible if it's a Hail Mary, because once they run into any problem where they're like, oh, this is going to be a pain in the butt, they're not going to do it. So you want to make it just like, boom, sign, throw it in the envelope, go. Also, usually those Hail Marys aren't going to be done through a regular TTM. You have to do your research, write a really good letter. And there's certain tricks you can use with addressing the envelope where it could possibly get past their handlers, where they might put it in the mail pile for the celebrity and not to the fan mail department. Right. So there's several different things you can do to try to get those Hail Marys to work. But definitely make it as easy as possible. If you don't have anything in the envelope, you're probably not going to get anything back, because all they're going to have are photos. Especially if you send a small envelope, they're not going to be able to fit a photo in there. So yeah, just make it easy. That's my rule.
Yeah,
I've actually gotten a lot of questions this past month about if I send Sharpies or not. I never have sent anything. I'm just too worried that it'll ruin the photo, to be honest with you. But I've gotten that question like 3 or 4 times in just the last few weeks. So
if you know a guy signs with pen, it might be worth it to maybe give him a Sharpie. Maybe he just doesn't want to go out and get a Sharpie, and then he'll have one to sign for everybody else. I know people have sent pens before, and then like who was, I forget who it was. They sent a pen, and then everybody else's stuff started getting signed with that pen.
Right.
So it helps everybody else out in the long run too.
The guy was like, "You bastard!"
I think we all sent Sharpies to Hecaveria because he was signing everything with a Crayola crayon, it looked like, for a while there. So.
He was probably doing that on purpose.
Yeah. Next time it's gonna be like in a paint pen on a baseball card. It's like it's all smearing everywhere.
Hey, 25 Perez.
Hey, what's up, 25 Perez? Are you Rosie Perez?
Zombies heading out, but Megan's here, so.
Oh, am I leaving? Megan's showing up and I'm getting booted. All right.
No, she's not on. She's in chat.
Oh, I thought you meant like you're telling me that I gotta go. I'm like, that's fine. Like,
being mean, Troy.
I was talking to who Zane might know this guy too, Chris Brogan.
That sounds really familiar.
Social media guy, and he was doing a Friday hangout, and he calls it his boop when he kicks people out, and I accidentally got perma booped. Like he hit not only kick out, but like close window ban or something, and so I'm like, oh.
There's no
he's like, today we got Troy, and then all of a sudden, boop.
Can he go back and unboop you? That doesn't sound too dirty.
Well, boop backwards is poob.
You're like, never mind. Maybe I'll just leave it the way it is. Like that.
That's your new nickname, Poob.
No, thank you. Well, I thought it was funny on a lot of the Hall of Fame videos. Everyone's like Troy Redder, aka TTM Autograph, aka TTM Troy, or whatever he's calling himself this week. I was like, I haven't changed that much. I
thought about calling you Tony, but I was like, I don't want to confuse Mike. I don't want to confuse Mike Baseball Collector. He'd be like, who the hell's Tony? So.
TTM Tony does have his own Instagram account though. So,
yep.
Oh man. So let me ask you then, Zane, who's and I mean, you probably addressed these things before in your past videos, I'm sure, but who's probably one of your biggest Hail Marys that you ever got that you thought, man, like, that's pretty for sure it's a real deal, not like, well, it could go either way.
Troy's laughing. He knows.
I think I know who this one is.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford.
What?
What?
I thought it was going to be this guy.
Who is
Mark? Mark Hamill.
No, Harrison Ford beats Mark Hamill.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
Mark was good.
Words. He shot
Yeah.
first.
So Mark Hamill's wife grew up actually, I don't know, 15 minutes away from me. So he signed for. She got him to sign for me. She got the mail, I guess. And then Harrison Ford. I wrote to Flockhart, his wife, and she had him dual sign. So
wow.
That is the smart. See, and I did that. And see that's a good strategy because I did that same thing because I'm a big horror movie fan. So I did the same thing for Sherry Moon Zombie. I said, "Hey, can you get Rob to sign for me?" And
nice.
she went and got me 5x7 and 8x10 of Rob Zombie. I couldn't believe it. And then she signed even more for me from her. And I know I'm not comparing Rob Zombie to Harrison Ford, by the way. But I'm just saying.
Oh, you're fine.
But I'm just saying, using the wife is a good strategy, is what I'm trying to allude to. Not oh yeah, you got Harrison Ford, boom, Rob Zombie, drop on mic.
It's also a good tactic to get around secretarials. So Dick Van Dyke, for one, he's signed secretarials entire life. Well, people started writing to him and his wife, asking his wife to sign the photo. And then whenever she signed the photo, magically, Dick Van Dyke had a different signature, which is his authentic one. So the only way you could get a Van Dyke authentic was a dual photo of him and his wife. I don't think he's signing it at all anymore, but that was for a while the only way.
Wow. I have a Dick Van Dyke now. I want to see if you can look at it if it looks fake or not.
Can you read it? If you can read it, it's probably fake.
Oh, I'm gonna go look for it. I got it over here. So talk amongst yourselves.
Go grab your dick.
You need to keep everything within arm's reach, Jason, from now on.
I know. I hate my mic.
I accidentally bought this one twice. Chuck Knobloch.
Chucky,
just because I like his name.
Hey, try to throw it to the left side of the room and see if it goes to the right side of the room. He had the yips. He couldn't throw the first base.
Yep, you're right. You're right. Yeah, it's a fake. Damn it.
Oh.
Almost all of them are. I mean, with Van Dyke, either you got his signed book in person, or like I said, you did the trick with the wife. Yep, fake. He's done. That's the one that's been signed for years. Yeah. I don't know if it's his wife though. It may be a secretary, because I think he had that signature before he got married. Huh. So
that's crazy, man. I knew that this. I'm sure back when I got it 20 years ago or 10, whenever, I remember thinking that doesn't look like it's in persons at all. But but I'm also the kind of person who can handle the truth. I'm fine with that.
Well, see, a lot of
people can't deal with that.
Those didn't get outed for a long time. Like Van Dyke, I'm sure some people knew, but publicly, on the forums, nobody talked about Van Dyke until 10 years ago. So if it was before that, the regular collector didn't know.
That's true.
Yeah. Man. And also the pool gets tainted. So we've seen this, we talk about this on the show all the time. PSA authenticates secretarials all the time because their authentic pool is tainted by secretarials because there's so many gosh dang secretarials out there that that's what's in their database and that's what they compare to. So Debbie Reynolds is a big one. There's so many slabbed Debbie Reynolds stuff that's just flat out fake. You can't find one. You can't find one authentic Debbie Reynolds that goes straight, that goes and loops down like her TTMs. Not one. And the odds of her doing that, it's 0. So it was 100% fake. She even had the secretarial signature on her website. That's how dedicated Debbie Reynolds was. That was her.
Yeah,
her
logo. How you like that?
It's amazing.
There you go, Zane. That's where people can find some of the previous shows and links. Look at that.
Look at that. Look at that. You're such a great host.
Go grab some swag, some Zane Savage and Troy Rudder swag. Get some vinyl stickers.
You can get a sticker of my head.
We have t-shirts that have little birds that go addy, 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 because that's what happens when you post a success. Everybody's like addy, 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 addy.
I'm gonna get a Troy Rudder sticker and put it around my belt buckle.
There you go. That's the way to go.
TJ and Troy, do you have a Mel Hall?
You
don't have a Mel Hall for your 91 Donruss?
We'll have to see.
I think you do. I think I've seen that before.
I have Bug Hall. I have Mike Marshall. I do not have
I guess not.
Doesn't look like it.
I swear I thought I seen you do that one time, but
Paul says he got Trebek back in 2020.
wow, that's cool.
I got him a week before he died. I got him back a week before he died.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cool when that happens.
Yeah, I got Foytak. I met Paul Foytak's a pitcher. I literally got a letter from his family, like he died, like with your TTM, like basically, like he signed for some guys and he didn't sign for half of the other guys. And like I got a letter back from his family. I was like, yeah, he just passed away. I'm like, oh man, like he must have been like writing at the desk and then or something, because like half of them got signed and half of them didn't. Or he signed one day and I was going to finish them up the next and didn't make it. Yeah.
Was he sick or something? Or
he's old. He was an old pitcher. He gave up one of Roger Maris's home runs in the 61 season, and I'm doing a full set signed by all the pitchers. So
nice. Look at that. That's legit, dude.
They're custom cards.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've never seen that set before. So what's that?
Yeah, they're custom from the Rookies app.
That is awesome. Oh my gosh. So I know I asked this to Troy before. He said he never really was into it, and I never really did it either. But was there ever a time that you did any of the like would go to like if they did like they came to like town, like at concerts, or they did plays in your town and you'd go backstage or wait for them and things to try to get in persons, or did you never get into that world?
No, I always feel awkward doing it. It's just one of those things where it wasn't my scene. I have friends that do it. I have a lot of friends that do it, and we joke with them a lot about it because we give them crap. But you know, some people, it's just what they do. They enjoy doing it, and they know ways to make it easier. Yeah, this just wasn't my scene. I tried it a couple times, but I went to a WWE event and I was yelling so loud, so close to the ring, that Howard Finkel came over. He was the announcer guy. He had a discussion with me. He's like, "Why were you yelling so loud?" I was like, "I don't know. I was into it, man." We had a discussion for a couple minutes, but I don't do much in person.
His autograph while he's out there talking to you?
Yeah, I got his autograph on a ticket, and then I was like, "Hey, can I go backstage and hang out a little bit?" And he's like, "Bye."
See ya.
He's like, "Now, come on." He's like, "You're now asking too much."
Yeah.
Megan's asking again.
I'll let Triple H pedigree me into the mat. Let me go.
Yeah.
Why don't we see? Let's see. Can you guys do this in chat? Can you do a thumbs up if you're doing spring training? I don't know if they could do that or not. But,
man, that's a wafer on me. I don't know yet.
Yeah,
that's tough.
I'm holding out. I don't have any current cards because they were so hard to find last year. To be honest with you, I'm gonna have to.
That's true.
Dig a couple years. So.
Be like Troy and get back like 10 like photos of the manager because they didn't want to send out. Troy sent out like all these like was it Rangers TTMs, and then he got back like, and they instead of sending out autographs from the players, they just like filled all the envelopes with signed photos of the manager. So like one day Troy got in 10 like TTMs and it was all photos of the manager.
I have that here. I'm gonna pull a Jason here. 1 second.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm
pretty
that
guy.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the success rate's going to be, right? You have to think about how many people are going to send. There's probably going to be less people sending this year, but they're going to be so much more stringent, especially since there's like, well, I don't know. There's no bubble, so maybe they won't. I don't know. I know some teams definitely won't.
I can't remember what I did with those.
Do you remember what teams sent back because of COVID? Like they're like 0 TTMs. There were a couple that I heard. I wouldn't even waste any stamps on those teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they'll just end up in the garbage.
Yeah, they got back notes like we're not signing because of COVID-19 or whatever. Just don't send to those teams.
Even though they said that there's nothing that can happen to the surface of items, but still.
They're just playing it like 150% safe, which whatever. Send to the house.
You all remember this? As you old school TTMers, I'm sure you all remember. Do you all remember probably like 2003 or 4 maybe? That there was a person sending out like ricin or whatever in the envelopes to like the like political people, and it was like all of a sudden all of a sudden the TTM world was like rocked because like celebrities were like, I'm not opening my mail if Bob Dole got a powder in his envelope. I don't want, and so like for like a couple months there was like you couldn't get autographs anymore from like some random like Doris Day. who's like 70 years old. She was scared to sign her mail or something for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Did you all remember that back then?
What's interesting about that, I don't know if you knew, Jason, was that a person that got caught was an actress.
What?
No, that's different. That's different.
Was that different?
He's talking about anthrax, right?
No, the ricin.
That's what Zombie's talking about, is anthrax.
Yeah, I was talking about the anthrax. I'm sorry, there was a ricin one too.
The ricin one was an actress from Walking Dead, I believe, and it actually touched our TTM community from people who had written her. Got a visit from the Phoebe. Yeah, the FBI.
So if you wrote a fan letter to that lady who sent the stuff, then you got a visit from the FBI.
Wow.
Yeah. But
that's the reason why you disappeared for a couple of months, Troy. Now it makes more sense.
That's why you don't write the no-namers.
Yeah, that was right. That was ricin. I don't remember the anthrax one very much.
You all remember the anthrax at all? Do you remember that, Zane, at all?
I was like in junior high, so like I was real young. But I can imagine the people that like baby powder their cards during that time. They're like, oh God, I hope I got all the baby powder off.
Right.
Is that prepping thing?
Yeah.
Is that prepping thing I've heard about?
The prepping thing, yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you ever a Christmas Story when like the police come, the SWAT team kicks the doors down and like, Clark Griswold's like, oh my God.
I was just prepping the card, man.
Yeah,
that's like, oh, runs away.
You don't want to send seed packages to people to sign either, just so you.
Yeah, no seeds. I had a friend of mine who used to sell DVDs or Blu-rays through the mail because he could do media mail. Mm-hmm. So he would sell them, but he would buy or sell, and they had a thing worked out where he would like put marijuana in there and send it back and forth. And I'm like, dude, you're just asking for trouble. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing.
What are you thinking, man? What a moron. Hey, what up?
Eloy the Great's here, too.
What's up, Eloy?
I think, didn't somebody say they got in trouble, like, with Eloy? Like, it's like, there's a different kind of pronunciation. It's like Eli or Eloy or Elo or something. Did you not hear this recently? Mm-mm. And I don't know if that's a real thing or not. I'm like, everybody's been going around. I'm going to say Eloy since the beginning of time.
Right. Eloy's the one who took pity on me sitting alone at Nationals. So,
I know.
Took me under his wing and introduced me to everybody. So,
yeah, because I was a jerk and didn't make it after a car wreck.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I was told by everybody that I can't drive my car in July because it's too risky. Before the National, do you do the National, Zane?
No, I'm an autograph man all the way around, and it's, I don't know. Like, I've got more into cards. Like, don't get me wrong, the market's like going crazy right now, and I'm a reseller for a living, so like you kind of got to be in that. But I don't know. It's never made the trek. I mean, it's not that far. Is it still Chicago?
Yeah, this year's in Chicago. Well, they have a bunch of guys that autograph there. I know they're probably.
Yeah, I don't know. I just never found it worth my time because I wasn't in that community. I was more in the autograph community and the trading card community are a little bit separated. So I didn't know that many people in the baseball card community to make it worth the trek.
Sure, I guess that makes sense.
I didn't either, but man, there were a lot of people there once I got there. So I mean, at Wesker Griff and Mike O and all those guys. So it was fun. It was a fun time.
Troy's wanting to drag me up next year.
Well, we're all trying to go to the Field of Dreams game.
Yeah, baby, that's right. Just don't be choking on any hot dogs, guys. Because I don't think Moonlight Graham's going to come out and save your butt. If that happens, you're going to be screwed.
So, what's the guy's name? The good TTMer from Field of Dreams that played his dad at the end.
Oh, yeah. Who was that, Zane?
He is really expensive. He is really expensive in person, like $50-$60 at the National.
But he's free through TTM, isn't he?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of that guy.
That's the weird thing I've never understood is like, I mean, like these guys and gals, you can get like if you go to like a film convention, like I go to like Horror Hound, Days of the Dead, I do Cinema Wasteland in Ohio. A lot of these like sometimes they're like anywhere between 20 and now, as you all know, 50, 60, whatever dollars, crazy. Unless you're like somebody even bigger, like a Shatner or somebody.
So Go ahead.
But those same guys a lot of times will do, if you go to their websites, they're like even cheaper if you go through their website, or there might be even free. I never understood that they charge you more, even though you're not doing anything extra. You're not getting pictures, you're not doing anything. They still charge you $20, $30 more than you would either for free, or you just go to their website and you get the same thing for $20 less.
So there's a couple things there. I'd say you're paying for an experience more than an autograph at that point.
That's true too.
Except for the people that go on like Saturday, which they push people through so fast on Saturdays. That's not really
right. I
worth
hate
it.
that, yeah.
So if you go on, if the person's going to be there early on Friday, get there on Friday because the lines are very low and they'll probably let you talk to them for a bit. That's really the only reason I would do it. Also, people that have high-end items worth thousands of dollars that they want signed, you don't want to ship that through the mail in any way. So a good way of doing it is going in person, and it is worth it if you're doing that. So
I mean,
those are a couple things.
They are inflated, but I forget who it was that I got at Nationals last year. It was that memorable. But I stood in line for an hour and a half with the VIP tickets, and you get 5 tickets or whatever for autographs. And by the time waiting in line, the 2 other people next to me that I wanted to get, their time was up. Like, it took so long. It was Corey Snyder. That's who it was. And so I just got to Corey Snyder. I'm like, just sign all 5 of these. Yeah. I gave him all 5 of my tickets, and I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah. The lines stink. Crazy. The lines are.
Well, the thing is, because like I agree with you, Zane. If you're like, I'm a big in-person guy, like at conventions or whatever. Like I'm willing to, like I like to do the whole weekend because the strategy is Friday for the big names and Sunday for the big names, and then on Saturday it's the guys that no one really cares about because everybody's focused on the big guys, and then you can you have more of that one-on-one time with the smaller guys on a Saturday, generally speaking. But if you've ever done these kind of shows before, and I'm sure it's not just exclusive to like film conventions, but there's been times that I go to these shows and it makes me like lose my mind like now because I'm gonna become an old bastard. Back then I was so young and like spry, like yay, it's all about the experience. Now I'm like, I want to kill these people because they take so much time. Yeah. But there's like dudes that would take I'm not even joking you, like a wheelbarrow, like a kid's like a Red Rider or whatever you call it, like radio flyer. Or like a flat cart, and the thing is filled with paraphernalia of like Michael Myers or Jason stuff, and they're like sitting there handing them like all these stuff to get them autographed, and it's like $500 worth of autographs. I'm like, what are you doing, man? Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, there's a line out the door, and you have like seriously 45 items to get autographed. Like, that needs to be like a side thing, like off to the side, you work out some deal with a celebrity. Like you're literally in line now, and everybody's sitting there staring at you, getting your 24-inch Michael Myers, McFarlane figure, like autographed across the thing. I'm like, oh my gosh!
As the time is ticking until their panel, so they're gonna leave soon for their panel.
Light and throw it right on the top.
Yeah, but they're paying for it. So
those kind of things.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it. I think it's mostly the end consumer, people that collect the stuff, and they would pay a high price for it anyway, so they're willing to just go ahead and meet the person and get it signed. Also, some high-end dealers, the guys that document everything and then post it for double the price. Well, there's some weird buyers out there, guys. When it comes to eBay, they will not buy something if it's a low price because in their mind, they think it's not authentic. So they will go automatically, they will hit the button that says the highest price and then buy whatever is first. So you can sell to those people. They're a lot harder to get, but if you're patient, eventually it will sell. So maybe one of those guys.
Wow, that's crazy, dude.
Hey, Zane, have you, people were reporting that Greg Grunberg was getting RTSs. Have you heard anything about that or looked into that?
I'm the one that put the address on there. I don't know. I haven't sent to him. I'm sure he probably just moved his office or just closed on the company. I don't know. Because that was his company office, his production company.
Oh, yeah. It was, what was it called? It was
Grunts. I forget.
It was something fun, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't Hero something. It was.
Just send it to Bad Robot. It'll get to him there, too.
Are they still producing stuff? Let's see.
Well, he's like best friends with J.J. Abrams, right? So, he'll just be like, hey, I'm getting your mail now, Greg. I've got a whole stack of your mail down here.
It's Gobstopper Pictures.
There you go. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, I got, man, I loved the TV show Heroes, and that's when I first was introduced to him. And I was like hot and heavy to get all those guys TTM, man. I mean, seriously, that was when it like really like kick started my TTM like passion. That show,
dude, you should start it up again because like I don't think any of those people became big stars.
Well,
like, it'd probably be pretty attainable.
The main guy
Milo,
is kind of a Milo is like
he's attainable. He's easily attainable.
Yeah.
He's big, but he's gettable. Time, I think. Not TTM, but like you might have to pay like I don't know a little bit, but like,
yeah, This Is Us is just so huge now. It's just insane.
Oh, he's on that show. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Maybe wait till he gets off that show.
Right. Yeah. I'll be like, I remember back in the olden days when you were on Heroes like that.
Remember back when? No, I watched
Peter Petrelli.
Yeah, well, he shows up in that Rocky
Peter
movie
Petrelli.
too. He shows up. So, oh man. So what have you been working on, Zane? What are some of your projects you've been working on?
I have an archive project that's basically, this is all for my daughter. I sell books for a living and cut autographs and stuff like that. So none of this is related to my business. All my TTM stuff's for my daughter to be passed down to her. We open it up together, have fun with it. But we have an archives project that's basically trading cards that have old Topps designs but can't have the same photos or have different people on them. So, Topps fan favorites, Topps archive, Topps heritage. You have, I'm even doing Fleer and Donruss and stuff. They have archive stuff. So any of those I get signed through the mail and put in books. And the cool thing is you can sort them due to the design. So you can have like a 1970 design, but have a card that was put out in like 1989 through the baseball card magazine set. You can have a card that's a heritage card. You can have a Topps fan favorites card from 2003. They all match, but they're all from like way different years. So it's a fun project that I work on my channel. And then we have a goofball project that's trading cards that are like funny photos or people doing ridiculous stuff.
Jason would love that. That's like
so Jose Canseco with the shovel. You got the classic ones. You got the Glenn Hubbard with the snake, stuff like that.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So it's those cards. We have resting pitch face. So resting pitch face are pitchers that are making a funny face while they're like throwing. Then we have oddball names. So we have Rusty Kuntz and names that can be, misinterpreted if read a certain way.
Sure.
We also have juniors and geriatrics. So in juniors and geriatrics, we have people that were little leaguers. So you have cards of them in the little league. And then we have geriatrics, which is cards of them doing like those old man games that they used to play, them doing celebrity softball games during the All-Star game, just them with gray hair, playing baseball. So that's juniors and geriatrics. Then I got my Roger Maris set. Yeah. So that's the stuff I'm doing on my YouTube channel. But
that's fun.
That's awesome. All for my daughter. All that stuff goes to my daughter. It's all personal. I try to personalize it all to her, get it all personalized. So
that's awesome. That's a good strategy. I like that.
Yep.
That's cool. But so Troy, are you going to be back to? You said you got back on the old hobby horse, and you sent out a bunch of stuff. You're getting ready to.
We'll see. I have a few that have come in over the past time. We're starting up the next season of Autographers Anonymous, so I don't want to sit there and not have anything. Zane might queue up the crickets going chirp chirp. Troy has.
You got Troy. I don't have anything.
Here's the one
off the show.
It was actually Phillies, I think, the ones that I kept getting back, Zane. I kept getting Charlie Manuel back. Like in all my Phillies stuff, they'd send one of these.
So if you want some manager autographs, send to what, the Rangers and the Phillies?
Phillies, I guess.
It's funny.
But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't know if the TTM, the daily thing is going to work out, but
just shoot them when you can, man. I was doing overhead videos like all the baseball card guys. You see almost every baseball card guy do that the overhead shot with the baseball card mat with all the logos and stuff. So I tried that, and the setup was too tough, and all the editing. I was like, screw it. I'm just gonna do old school. I'm doing raw dogging shots now, but I'm just like right here in front of you, showing you what I got, and I'm done.
I saw the one.
Make it easy.
You putting the because I wasn't doing that when I was doing this, but when you were putting your oddball stuff in your binder.
Yes.
Yesterday or a couple days ago. So
yeah. But in the binder was fun. I like
guy
that.
Goes in the team section or whatever.
Right.
This one goes here and this one goes
right. Well, I like that idea, and I like that people can see the stuff that I got before. in my new videos. That way but I think it's brain overload a little bit. There's so much color and stuff going past that people just, I don't know. It didn't click. Whatever.
Yeah, I tried to do a couple break videos, and then they got the most dislikes ever that I've ever gotten. So,
well, you turn to switch. Don't switch genres, man.
It's just funny.
You're gonna get dislikes.
Yeah, I know. The only one that didn't.
Still traffic to your channel, isn't it? Every like or dislike helps you with your algorithm or whatever. Like it gets you up.
I still play the Cal Ripken Jr. break because I like hearing myself go.
I watched that live. I remember that. Yeah.
Even though I no longer have the card, but
did you save the turd that was in your pants?
No.
Yeah, you got that graded by PSA too, don't you?
Well, actually, I think I did, but then, I got the stuff out of the refrigerator for tacos, and
bada bing. So Troy, I know I've been trying to push you in this direction a little bit, and you kind of like showed a little interest, and then you kind of showed none, and then you mentioned it out of the blue that you're kind of thinking about going back that direction. So are you interested in doing more like celebrity-based autographs and moving a little bit away from baseball, or like maybe mixing it in? Because it sounded like you were like anti it for the longest time. You're like, I used to, and then all of a sudden you on your own told me like within the last month you're like, I'm looking into doing that again. I'm like, what?
Yeah, the celebrity stuff I really like, but I don't like, and it's not against anybody who sends these out, but I don't like 4x6s. If I do celebrity autographs, I want them to be 8x10s.
What about 4x4s?
Sure.
I don't know about 4x4s either, but
what about 9x2s?
Hey, shout out BJ real fast. YouTube old school.
Yeah, BJ. So here's a 4x6 that I got for not sending anything, and I am not sure if the back is pre-printed. I think. What do you know about these from the 90s, Zane? You know anything about Richard Dean Anderson's from the 90s?
No, that looks fake.
I think that's an auto pen on that side.
Yeah.
But,
I'd have to research it. Yeah. I haven't researched him, but that gut feeling, looking at stuff, I would say that would be fake. But I'd have to.
Me
research
too.
it.
I think
I've been wrong on stuff before. With my gut.
Not very often, but sometimes. Right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Right.
I check everything. Everything that gets a gut check, I'm like, uh-oh. I always do my research.
So this was the coolest 4x6 I ever sent. I can't even remember the name of who this is, and people are going to get mad. But the snow kick, I don't know if that was Super Bowl or not.
You don't even know who you're writing to, Troy?
I don't. Jeez. I don't remember who this is. And
you know the guy. You know the guy with the
back. It's not labeled.
You know the Kazoo kid, but
you
don't know the guy.
I have my priorities.
A fun little trick, guys. A fun little trick. If you run into that problem that Troy just had, you can scan that photo with your scanner into the computer and upload it to Google Photos reverse photo search, and it'll tell you who it is. Dakota Fanning.
Yeah. But
Tony.
It's a small one. It's like it's a much smaller version. So
Tony's, but yeah,
I don't think it's real. I think this is a fake. I don't know. I could be wrong, but this is the ones that I saw. Like she sent it to me. It was like, what? No 8x10? Come on, Dakota. Oh, nice. Muhammad Ali, baby.
It's not real. So it is real, but it's not real. So the inscription.
It's somebody's real autograph. It's not Muhammad Ali's.
No, it's Muhammad Ali's autograph. It's a pre-printed photo, but Muhammad Ali inscribed it around his signature. So he never signed it, but he inscribed it.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, it's his handwriting. So, like,
my God.
He did everything but sign the photo. This is a promotional thing, I guess. But yeah, it's crazy, right?
So I have a funny one like that too. So the original Michael Myers, his name's Nick Castle, and he ended up becoming like a famous director. But he was the Shape in Michael Myers, and so I sent him a request again like years ago, and I said, I asked him a bunch of questions, and as I usually do, I'm sure a lot of us do that. And then asked them back in the olden days, you could ask for an 8x10 or something. They would send something. I said, hey, send whatever you have. So he responds. He takes my own letter. He flips it around to the back and then says in third person, Mr. Nick Castle does not do this and does that and answers all these questions or whatever, like does not have 8x10s. And then he goes, signs me. he wouldn't give me he wouldn't autograph it, but he would sign me on it. And I was like, but I love that though. I thought it was so cool, you know?
Yeah.
We have a lot of stories about that we've heard over the years. You know, the guy from Harry Potter who wrote a 3-page letter saying, "How dare you ask me to go to the post office on my own and pay postage and this, that," like, and then signs it and sends it back. Anyway.
Yeah, it was literally a story. You know how you hear those stories from your parents? I had to walk to school 5 miles in the snow.
Right.
It was like one of those from him. He's like, I have to walk to the post office 5 miles in the snow. It's like, okay, dude, I'm sorry.
Do you remember who it was? Do you remember?
Yeah, it's Uncle Vernon from Harry Potter.
The old guy that's the heavy set.
The dad, the heavy set guy,
the place of uncle, right?
Yeah,
Richard Griffiths.
Yeah. Oh, I got a cool story about that too. It's right over my box. I'm not gonna get up because I don't want you all to be like, seriously, dude. So I did the same thing. I sent him a letter. I asked him the questions or whatever, and he literally responds in between. So I always leave, like, I double space my letters. I've got crappy handwriting. So he in between says, "Why would I even care about answering your question here? I don't even like this guy. What are you wasting my time for?" Like, he literally writes in all these spots, and then he sends me an 8x10 autograph. So like,
exactly. It's like, what the heck?
It's like the guy who sits in front of his house and tells every kids get off his lawn, but then he goes, "You want some lemonade?"
Put candy on his lawn or something. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather get that return any day, though. Like, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, it's unique. I mean, it's probably the only one like that. So it's cool.
Actually, you'd be surprised. Like that, he was commonly known for doing that crap. Like that was.
I wonder if he would do it on purpose. Like that was just his thing. Like he thought it would be funny. I don't.
Curmudgeon. He's gonna be a curmudgeon.
Yeah, he's a curmudgeon, right?
Well,
so I wrote to Maury
in 2013. So
yes, he passed away. Yeah. So I wrote to Maury Wills and I sent him one of those cards that has the signature already on it from like one of those. I forget which design it was, but it had the pre-printed signature on the card. And instead of signing it, he just wrote his number next to the signature that was already on the card, like the pre-printed signature. Yeah. So I'm like, is this signed? I don't know. I mean, it's like,
what do you call that?
Yeah. Like, what is this? Like,
partial signature.
Yeah, it's his number written next to his fake signature. So.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Have you had anything like that, Troy, where you sent something to somebody and the response was like just odd, to say the least?
I don't think I've had any mean ones at all. No.
They know you wrote the book on TTM and they don't want to piss you off.
I did get one guy who wrote back, and because I said I was going to work on this other book, and he wrote back and like, hope the autograph one's going well. And then, so they Googled me. They Googled me. So
yeah. I got a couple. Red Shandy's. I wrote to him 3 times, paid his fee, and he wrote on the last one, "Please don't write to me again." So I was like, okay, I'm paying you, but whatever.
I know you're paying him, like.
And then Thomas,
how much was it per?
It was like $10 or something. It wasn't that much.
So $30, and that's a whole crave case.
He was an old man though. He's just like, again, curmudgeon probably. Right. And then the other one was Thomas Steinbeck, John Steinbeck's son. John Steinbeck, legendary author.
Right.
So Thomas Steinbeck's an author too, and I wrote him to get some signed book plates. So I was writing for my personal collection. I always write TTM for my personal collection, and I don't sell anything TTM, or for the purpose to sell TTM. Every once in a while, I'll sell TTM if it goes like $100 or something, but I don't write for the purpose to sell. So he Googles my butt and finds out that I have a giant autograph website and all this stuff. So he basically wrote me a whole letter saying, I Googled you, I found out you sell autographs, but I never have it be known that I've taken away bread from another man's mouth or something like that. And he said, but I have inscribed them all to make them harder to sell. Yeah. I'm like, that's fine. Okay. Like, I just wanted it for my personal collection, dude. Like, it wasn't to sell.
See, that's what I'm so scared about when people, and we have friends who do this, when they tag the celebrities on like Instagram and stuff. I'm like, you know,
you're going to get some that are positive. Me. Most of them are going to be positive, and a couple will be negative. And usually the negative ones make a good story that you can tell. So there's really no downside.
Well, yeah, I think Brett Saberhagen said something about his mullet or something, or in his, if I remember right. So.
Well, a couple years ago, I sent off because Bela Lugosi Jr. Did some documentaries about his dad. Right. And like he did some books or whatever. And I was like, that'd be cool to get an autograph from Bela Lugosi Jr., kind of like you said about Steinbeck or whatever. It'd be kind of cool in that vein. Like I'm never gonna be able to afford a Bela Lugosi actual autograph. It's out of my price range. So it'd be cool to get one of his sons. So I sent him as we talked about, and he sends me an 8x10 of his dad as Dracula, and then he signs the top of it, and then it's like Junior. And it looks just like his dad's autograph, but it's his autograph. And he signs it with Junior. And I'm like, that's really cool, but it's like it kind of gives me like I don't know how I feel about it. It's like I would have been fine with like a book plate or like a just like something from you personally or whatever. Right. But you send me a picture of your dad, and then you autograph your dad's picture.
I think most people would want the belt. I think he does it probably because most people would. That's what he's known for, like being the son.
I guess he looks most people like his dad. He has a very similar look. So I mean,
right.
I mean, it's like Babe Ruth's daughter signing pictures of Babe Ruth, right?
Exactly.
Or
granddaughter now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But I just remember first time seeing it going, that's kind of weird. But yeah,
it is weird. But I just sent off to.
It's cool.
Mickey Mantle's son and Roger Maris's son. So I got those in the mail right now. So hopefully I get those back soon to get for the archives project. Say what?
Are they pretty old now too? They're probably in their like.
They're probably in their 60s. I would say.
Right, okay.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's really cool to hear about your story there.
Well, I mean, I got those cards laying around, and we're just trying to fill holes in the archive project. Anything we get in that fits the mold of the archive project we put in. So might as well send off to those guys. It still counts. So
yeah, I know. I told my son a couple of years ago. I know Troy probably heard this. He watched, but like Carl Erskine lives down the street from me, and he's a great TTMer. If you're a TTM, that's a surefire return. Yeah, is Carl Erskine. And I think he now is the only living original Brooklyn Dodger. I mean, Sandy Koufax played like 1 year with the Brooklyn Dodgers, I think, and then he went to Los Angeles. So I think he's the last living Brooklyn Dodger. Huh?
Bobby Morgan, I think, is still alive.
Oh, yeah, Bobby Morgan, yeah. But I'm not – does Bobby Morgan sign? Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, he signed for me a few months ago.
Okay. So Carl Erskine is one of those ones. I didn't think about Bobby Morgan. I need to get that out there. That's one of the ones I'm going to get then. I need to go get that.
Yeah, he's still alive and he still signs. So
okay, good. So good deal. I'm going to make sure I do that. But Carl Erskine, like I told my son, like you were saying, it's like I sent off to him, and it's like a surefire one.
Yeah.
And he was so excited to get it back. He answers all the questions, and those are the kind of things for kids. So you said you're a daughter. I mean, obviously you've been at it a lot longer than me, and probably you hit it a lot harder than I ever have with my son. But it's very interesting. Like those are the kind of responses that get the kids so excited,
Right. Yeah.
So who does your daughter get the most excited about? Like baseball. Who does she like?
She loves all the baseball guys. So
baseball, that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, anything baseball, she gets excited. So that's what I try to gear everything toward. But I also get historical figures because she may not be into it now, but down the line, whenever she goes through it, she'll like I got Fred Gray in yesterday. He was the civil rights attorney that helped Martin Luther King with the process of finding out what was legal and not legal during like the Montgomery bus riots. He represented Rosa Parks. So Fred Gray. Awesome. So I got him back, and that's one that like she can appreciate later down the line. She may not be excited now, but she's 7. So yeah.
That is awesome. That exactly. I mean, like those guys are not going to be around forever, and they're not really that known anyways.
Right.
Let alone in 20 years from now, they're going to be long gone more than likely. So that's pretty awesome.
Get them while you can. Those old guys, especially right now with COVID and with people being shut in their houses, depression sets in, and like old people are dying at a crazy rate. So if you have anybody you've been putting off that's over the age of like 80, like you need to write like yesterday. So because we've seen it with the Hall of Famers. Look at the Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
I mean, 20 of them died last year. I think they said 20 or 12, something like that. I can't remember, but
like all the sports.
Yeah, all the sports, maybe. I think baseball by itself was 12.
Yeah, baseball took most of them.
Yeah, baseball.
It took a hit.
Yeah, Al Kaline was like first in like February, and then it was just like dominoes the entire year, and then we flipped over to 2021. It was Don Sutton and then Hank Aaron, like boom, boom, So if they end up doing Cooperstown this year, there's gonna be a whole lot of empty seats. So
Yeah, it'd probably be empty anyway. Like, I
Right,
don't think those old guys are going to be able to be there with COVID. Like, you're not going to, like, that would be the worst look for the Hall of Fame if you get everybody together for the Hall of Fame and then, like, knock out the rest of them, you know? Like, that wouldn't be good.
Yeah,
that would be some
you don't come back from that one.
No.
That'd be a cool, like, have them all, like, custom masks for everybody. I don't know, but to get everybody together. Anyway.
It'd have to be a gigantic stage, 6 feet apart or whatever.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, well, if they don't do it right, they're going to have custom caskets, so you better be careful.
Yeah, that's one. It's crazy out there. And this new strain is supposed to be even more like contagious, so I don't think they're going to do it.
Oh, we have a couple new people in here. We have the Champ. I'm not sure if he has a YouTube channel. And
What's
we
up,
have
Champ?
Jeremy Daniels, the man
Who's that
myth,
guy?
the legend.
Jeremy Daniels, he looks pretty intimidating.
Looks like a dog to me.
I'm shaking in my knickers.
He's a guy we used to do the Autograph Weekly podcast. He was one of the co-hosts on that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you're doing the Autograph Anonymous, aka Alcohol Anonymous, right?
The Graphers AA. Now you got me saying it.
Right.
Autographers Anonymous. We've been doing that for like 2.5 years. What has it been? 2.5 years, something like that.
Off and on. Yeah.
Yeah, off and on. We take big
Is that
breaks.
the one with Chase that you do with Chase?
Yep.
Chase and Mike and Troy and Scott, and there's a bunch of them now.
Connor came on, and
Connor, yeah, he did it once. We had guest hosts for a while.
That's awesome.
Stacy Schaefer, supposedly.
So we used to do a podcast called Autograph Weekly with Stacy. Stacy was on, and I did that, and it was me, it was Jeremy, and it was David Stotler. So we would all do the show. We'd interview celebrities. We had several celebrity interviews, Brie Olson, and like trying to think of. There's so many.
The
interviews.
PSA guy, right?
Joe Orlando, president of PSA.
Sandlot. Didn't you have
Sandlot? We had a Sandlot reunion. 3 people from the Sandlot. It was Chauncey Leopardi, Marty York, and the director of Sandlot, David Mickey Evans. Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's what we did back in the day when I was single and had a lot more time. Now it's hard to prep for interviews, man. It takes forever.
Is that what changed? I guess so, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have as much time on my hands because I got a daughter and a family and a son now.
Definitely. Priorities change, man. Like you said, if you want to do a quality interview, you got to know how to do you got to have the research done ahead of time. You got to know what you're talking about.
You'll look like a jackass if you don't.
Oh yeah, especially people who give up their time when they're probably busy themselves, and you sound like you're like a 7th grade, yearbook interviewer for some article. They're like, "What is this?"
Asking the same questions they've heard a million times. Like you
gotta
do research.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead. I was just saying you gotta do research.
Yeah, you gotta do your research. Well, I used to do a podcast myself, and it was a film-based podcast with a friend of mine, and we did like celebrities, and that it was kind of like what you were saying. Like I would do I would do all the heavy lifting, like tracking them down because I was doing the TTM thing already. So I would just like cold call people and just like see if I can find them on Facebook or whatever. Back when people were way more on Facebook, that were just like they had the regular pages and stuff, and then like you said, you had to prepare. But then once you have a family and stuff, your priorities change. Yeah. And I don't want to waste their time, even though they're like B or C level celebrities at that point. It's still like you still want to respect their time. You don't want to just like treat it like it's not a big deal. So we move forward, and I think we pretty much just disbanded. But like you said, it's great.
It'll get you views. It brings in tons of views.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
So do you all just talk about now what you all do now? Do you all just talk mostly about your successes and like the ins and outs of the hobby?
Yeah, our biggest segment's called The Case Against, where we take like famous TTMs and like basically we all bring evidence to the table, and then we take a vote on whether we think that TTM is authentic or not.
Oh, so I have seen that before. I think Troy, you live streamed that a couple of times, or you sent me links or something because and you all were breaking down the autograph. That's right. That's a cool. So
I'm the handwriting guy. I mostly do the inscriptions and analyze the handwriting, and Mike's big on the signature stuff. And we try to do screenshots to let everybody see. It can't obviously do that via audio, so the audio listeners miss out on that part. But people love that. And then we do our returns. We do giveaways every show, stuff like that.
Big giveaway.
I need to get back in on that and start listening more. Is it on YouTube, you said?
Yeah,
or
YouTube,
is that a podcast?
Apple it's on YouTube, it's on Apple Podcasts. Go to graphersaa.com.
Okay, I'll go back on there and do that.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we'll be back, and we're shooting for end of March, beginning of April. So we'll see.
Okay, so I can get caught up on some stuff then.
Oh yeah, you
So
can.
Zayden probably doesn't know when Jason says he's gonna watch your channel, he goes through every single video.
Have fun. The Autograph Weekly stuff's on the same feed. So if you go to Apple, you can even listen to the Autograph Weekly stuff we did in 2011, 2012.
Wow. Yeah, I might be passed out if I do that far back, but I'm like,
Just put it up while you're working.
Going. Like I'll do like a Rocky montage in the background where I'm like just keep trying to fight through it.
Those are some of those are pretty bad episodes at the beginning. I like the ones from 2011, 2010.
You got to get your footing. You know, it takes a while to kind of get your groove.
Well, we were starting those at like 11:30 p.m. at night.
Yeah, because you have to work around so many people's schedules. Like
Stacy wouldn't get off of work until 10:30 or something, and so we'd be like, okay.
That's the hardest thing doing a podcast is scheduling, because everybody's got to be on the same page of when it's going to be, and you have to have people alert. So like if they're tired from work, then you're not going to get a good performance out of them. So
right.
Good stuff.
Yeah. they're like looking at their monitor trying to do the signature comparison. They're like dozing off. They're like, oh hey, watch out, what are you doing? Like that.
That was hilarious. But speaking of dozing off, I watched your and Stoff's video where you played the Myco PSA reveal. The PSA reveal of Myco. You played the audio of it.
Oh yeah.
where he's like,
yeah. Well, he was talking. Yeah, he was trying to do like at 3:00 in the morning. I'm like, dude, man, like, come on, like this. Yeah. If people can't wait till 9:00 the next day or whatever, whenever you wake up and get some sleep, I mean, like, come on. Yeah, I mean, I guess good on him to be that dedicated for people to see their stuff, you know. But I'm like, you know, it's not worth all that. You cut yourself in the eyeball with one of those slaps.
I fell asleep when I worked at the TV station in college. We were doing some satellite uplink for farm something else. So I'm on this big camera with the big, TV station ones, and I just they're Troy, because the person
you like taking your extra fall back. Well, didn't you say you worked behind the scenes, or I'm not for sure, on Win, Lose, and Draw?
Pictionary. So did you have any very different? I'm so sorry. I do apologize. But did you ever have any like stuff like shenanigans that behind the scenes, people doing camera work or like running electricity and wires and stuff around with all the celebrities coming in and out? The biggest thing I guess that happened on that was the first week of shows, and this is out on the internet. Eric Estrada and Bill Maher were trying to guess what was being drawn, and Eric Estrada got so enthusiastic when he got something right, he like went like this and punched Bill Maher in the nose, and we had to stop. We had to stop taping, and so
that's got to be gypped somewhere.
It's one of the most. It's on like game show bloopers, and stuff. But he comes back and he has an ice pack on his nose, and someone brings out like those giant because we were in the Price is Right stage, and so someone went backstage and got some of those giant boxing gloves and came out like, all right, we're ready to continue playing and everything. And the only other thing was we had Richard Simmons and Lance Burton on the same show. And so as part of what they call standards and practices, you have to seclude people so they don't talk and stuff like that. And so I was in charge of watching Richard Simmons and Lance Burton at lunch. And so Lance Burton is doing the SpongeBall, thing, because he must just keep him wherever he goes because everybody asks him to do a trick,
Yeah.
But so Richard Simmons, he was very quiet during lunch, and then he finished. And again, I'm supposed to be keeping an eye on him. He finishes and just like jumps up, rips the tablecloth off the table, ties it around his neck, and just starts running out of the commissary down the hallways. And I'm just sitting there with Lance Burton, like, What just happened?
Oh my gosh!
So I'm like, do I leave?
Been...
we sent our talent person after Richard, but I was just like,
that's great.
I don't even know what just.
It could have been anybody else. That would have been as hilarious. But being Richard Simmons, that is like absolute gold, dude. Oh my god,
that's great.
He was definitely what you see is what you get. You know, probably like Robin Williams would be if you know.
Yeah.
So,
Lance Burton, by the way, is like a TTM legend. I think he signed via email forever.
Well, not only that, but once you get on his list, you get Christmas cards from him every year. He sends you Christmas cards.
Nice guy.
I got awesome. I got 5 years of Christmas cards for
Lance Burton, the magician, right?
Yeah.
Right? It's Las Vegas, whatever magician.
Yep.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like Joe Exotic. You write to him, you get put on a list.
Oh, God. I don't want Joe Exotic to have my address. I can tell you that much.
He has mine.
I bet. Oh gosh! Or if he shows up, you better be ready. You might want to get like your garage made up for him or whatever.
Charlie Brown has your address too, doesn't he, Zane?
Who?
The voice of Charlie Brown has your address too, probably.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people that have my address. Actually, I use my PO box a lot now. So,
hey, Scott Collects is here. I haven't seen him in a. Well, I don't do live chats a lot, so that I really can't say that. But hey,
Scott Collects. Welcome to the chat.
But
hey, I'm gonna hop off here, Troy. It's already
Jason has his Friday night fights he needs to do or something, right?
Yeah, so. I'm actually gonna also watch SmackDown first, but then I'm gonna do it later on tonight.
It's pre-recorded. What's another?
Well, I'm old school. I don't even have anything. Like I get it all from my regular TV. I don't have cable. I don't have any DVR. I'm like one step away from being Amish. So
even canceled Star Tiger for crying out loud.
I know, I just did. But if I start watching your all's channel, man, maybe it'll like get me going again. I'll start my autographs. So.
You can RappersAA.com and then just put Zane Savage in Put Zane Savage in YouTube. You can watch my don't go back and watch all my videos. Just subscribe.
That's hilarious.
All right.
But thanks, guys. I was only gonna do like half an hour. This is awesome. So
well, thanks. I appreciate it, guys.
See ya, Jason.
See ya, Zombie.
See ya.
I think I need to actually do my binders now.
Go ahead. I'll sit here. Oh, now you can actually see more of me. Look, I got more of the screen.
The free account only has 3 hours at a time. So.
Oh, you're a cheapskate. Okay, I see how it is.
Yeah, I'm still. If I do the daily thing, I'll upgrade where I can get my logo up in the corner there.
This is actually they fixed some stuff with StreamYard because it used to be a lot more glitchy.
This was the one where you tried to use it and it was all in wingdings or something on my end.
Right.
You tried. Right. I said I can't read anything. So
it was also glitchy. I guess they've updated their software because Zoom was the only thing that was smooth for us, and now this is looking pretty sharp.
Yeah, well, I still don't live stream to Facebook just so my mom doesn't join the
live. Let me tell you a story about old Troy boy.
She liked my TTM autograph page, and I kind of want to just go over to the house and unlike it so she doesn't see
it. That's hilarious. Like, yeah, it's always
call me. I'm like,
yeah. It's always an awkward experience when you get people you actually know in real life, like family, and they're like, "Hey, what do you do?" It's like nothing.
Or you never post to Facebook. I'm like, yes, I do. You just no. Actually, there's another guy from the card community that his name's Cy Guy, who's an Iowa State fan that lives near here. So might have 2 Iowa State fans going against Stacey Schaefer at some point, you know.
Nice.
But we might do that thing. I don't know if you remember, but when Stacey came over, he did his video from my place, and so we might like switch.
Oh yeah,
we might switch.
That'd be cool.
One here and I do one there or something.
Yeah, totally. That'd be cool.
But yeah, that might be fun. But
let me pull up chat.
He had joined in to a live stream and he knew more about the card shop at the mall here in town than I did. So I was like,
cards are going crazy right now. You guys are making, if you had a card collection, like you are making a buttload of money if you're selling right now. I wonder when it's going to crash. I think Mike O made a video about that. Like the ins and outs of the market right now and what's causing it and when it's going to go down.
Yeah. And good luck finding anything at Walmart or anything.
Oh yeah, that stuff's totally gone. I mean, you can't even on the websites, everything. Yeah, it's crazy.
Although the mall shows still have products somehow.
Yeah, but they know what they got.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get anything. You're not going to get a good deal there.
Well, I did. I mean, I went in for the junk stuff, and I said,
oh yeah, if you're going junk stuff, you're good.
And so I was like, hey, I got $20. It was mall closes at 5. I go in at 4:45, and I know one thing I wanted. I'm like, I have a 20. That means I have $8 left. What can you give me?
Right.
It's cash, man. You're not paying any fees on it. So anything you want to do. And I felt bad because there's actually, like I said, a new card shop in the mall that is paying rent. And so I went over there because that's why I actually went. I didn't even know there was a show.
Right.
That Chad, who was in chat earlier, he has gone to that show before, but our mall is dying. So when they have
every mall's dying,
when they have card shows, it's like, I almost feel sorry for people sitting there because they have junk that's overpriced, and yeah.
I think flea markets are kind of fun right now because, like, if they do have cards, they've probably been sitting there forever, and they don't realize the price has gone like through the roof. So you might be able to find some deals at some flea markets right now. Good place to check. But like retail, it's like every man for himself. Like people are like calling people out for just like taking all the product and reselling it for double online. I mean, people will buy like the crappiest product and sell it for like $5 more. They'll make $5 off of a $30 box of cards. I'm like, what are you doing? Like at that point, it's so much effort, gas money to get there.
Right.
$5.
Exactly. Yeah, and the junk that I bought, I didn't even bother to price check it. I'm like, that's kind of rude for me to look at it and then go online and
yeah.
How much is 1989 Fleer complete set really worth?
Right. And what's it gonna be when this crashes?
I'm gonna say I'm just sending it out for TTM.
Yeah, if you're just doing it for fuel, yeah.
But tried to find some golf cards, couldn't find any.
But there's like people collecting junk for like legit collecting purposes at this point. So like that's crazy. I don't understand it. they'll buy a box and try to complete a set, and it's like, just go buy the set.
Right.
Like
well, it used to be fun to go through packs and like, oh, I got another Pete Rose. Dang it. I need a whatever,
right.
Just try to complete it. But these days, if it's especially junk, just buy a factory set.
Yep. Just buy a factory set and be done with it.
I keep thinking there's this family I knew in growing up that the mom was a nurse and the dad was a doctor, and they had two boys, one girl, and they would buy like tons of stuff, like home shopping, even like the Nolan Ryan autographed baseballs and stuff, and they would actually put it in a closet and lose it or forget about it.
Wow.
So I'm just like waiting for the day when I'm like, hey, can you help us clean stuff out? And I'm like, yeah, I'll look for that Michael Jordan, rookie.
You gotta be careful. Those home shopping networks. I think that GAI was doing some of that stuff, and there's some notorious scamming fakes out there.
I mean, they had the cheap stuff that was just like a Nolan Ryan,
like facsimile,
like a card and a photo and his nameplate.
Oh yeah, those things. Yeah.
but they did. They had a lot of cards too, and old like first edition Magic the Gathering cards. I know they had a lot of, and I'm just like,
That's
let me know when you're ready to go through the stuff and you don't want it anymore.
Exactly. That's the stuff that's actually still you can still find, and people don't realize it's gone crazy in value. Yeah. Pokemon cards is another one. Like if you find the right person that doesn't realize they're Pokemon cards, like if they got the old school stuff, first edition stuff,
right?
That stuff is going crazy right now.
Yeah, I always have to look up the Magic stuff because I'm like, I don't know what was the dark, what was this, what was
right,
what series here, and
yeah, all the modern Pokemon stuff I'm out of the loop on. What's up, Megan? What's up, Henry? 22 karat gold cards, yeah, those were. This card's made of gold. No, it's not.
I remember collecting. I wish I would have kept them. I don't know if they're worth anything, but they were speaking of gold, the gold thick Pokemon cards that were in the bowl from Burger King.
Yep.
I had not worth all those.
They're not worth a ton, but they are. I mean, I probably like $15 a piece or something like that.
Those were cool when they came out. You know, I ate at Burger King a lot more than I do now back then, just to get the.
Yeah, I think Burger King's garbage now. This is my opinion. Those gold cards are like it's like the collector's plates of trading cards. It's of the same people. It's always like Dale Earnhardt and like Babe Ruth.
The ones that get me are the movie ones. That's like an 8x10 from the Karate Kid or something, and it's just like a plastic frame, you know, and a scene and some other thing. It's a matte piece. I know that's a thing, but it's just like, this looked cooler in the store, and I get it all. I'm like,
even worse, the ones you get whenever you go to the carnival, and it's just a picture of Michael Jordan that they like stole from somewhere, and it's got a wood plaque, and it's just got like Michael Jordan written under it, and like a plaque. It's like the cheapest thing you've ever seen in your life. There's like 1 million of them.
Right.
Yeah, those collectibles, those 90s collectibles get ridiculous.
Collectibles. Yeah. There was actually at the card show, there was something called they were trading coins from the 80s or something. They were like little tiny coins with faces on them, I guess. And I looked at them, I was like, well, that could be kind of fun. But then I'm like, no, you can't really get a signature on them.
Right.
And there's probably, I looked at the back, there's only like 75 total players on them, but the box is this huge box, so it's like I'm gonna have all these dupes that I'm gonna be. What am I gonna do with these?
Speaking of weird 90s things that came out, I got the set of micro cards from 1992.
I got the big jumbo cards from like 80 something.
I haven't looked at the gold ones yet to see which one I got, but let me show what I'm gonna do with them, because you can't get these signed; they're too tiny, right? Scott says there's. Go ahead.
I was just say show them when you get.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it out.
Oh, okay.
To get stuck. So that's how tiny.
Look how cute they are.
So what I'm going to do, I have these stamp cards that I created. Basically, you put any stamp on there, and you can't get a stamp signed. It's too small, but you can get a stamp card signed. So let me get those out, and I'll show you. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put them on a stamp card, just like they're a stamp. So it'll look like this, and then they can sign right here.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to do.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now you're going to have to find a binder that fits all those.
Well, no, I mean, the binder, it's a normal, it's like a business card.
Okay.
So like you can put it in any card binder. Tops had baseball coins. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the ones that I saw. I forget what year it was, but I was just like, oh, I just have so many dupes. I wouldn't have anything to do with them. I'm like,
yeah,
no, no.
Yeah. Anymore, if I'm going to start a project, I kind of want to make sure I have a trading partner, like somebody that's doing a similar project. That way you can make it so much easier. If you pick a weird project, you may not have that.
Yeah. I mean, if I would have known Chase earlier, we both should have been sending out the different 91s. Like both sending out both kinds at the same time, you know, like him sending the tops, me sending the Donruss, and then if we get each one in, then and
you could double team it on the guys that are hard to get that have a low percentage return rate. You guys could both send out and see who gets back. You know?
Yeah, that would have been fun, but
we talked about this on the show. We all have our white whales, guys that everybody else gets back that we can't get. So we were talking about maybe sending out for the other person to see if we could get them back, the other person's stuff, and then vice versa. And then that way everybody could eventually get their white whales. Might be fun.
Yeah. Mine's George Clooney still.
Mine's Juan Gonzalez.
Yeah, okay. Uh-oh. It's time to get serious. What's Super Bowl predictions?
Super Bowl prediction. Oh God, I don't care. Whoever wins is gonna be fun. I really don't.
I haven't even bought my Little Smokies yet. I'm not ready.
Why is that a thing? Why are there Little Smokies at every Super Bowl party?
I don't even go anywhere. I still just make them for myself. It's kind of like chili. I make mine in a crock pot, but I let it sit, like cook for 5 hours. You know, just to totally cooked. Like my chili
Caramelized.
goes like 8 to 10 hours. I'll start it in the morning and it's really good. But
Yeah,
I don't know. I like Little Smokies, but
I see them more at parties than I do. Like everybody talks about wings. Like, you got to have wings for the Super Bowl.
Right.
I see Little Smokies more than wings.
So there's my prediction: Little Smokies and wings.
Little Smokies and wings. 15 Little Smokies and 20 wings.
Now, are you a fork on the Smokies or a toothpick? Okay.
I'm a toothpick man.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Grape jelly? No grape jelly.
No grape jelly.
Okay.
No, I actually add some spice to mine too.
Nice. I'm sure they have it everywhere, but we use Cookies barbecue is like the Iowa barbecue sauce. Although I like, there's another one, Sweet Baby Ray's.
Everybody likes Sweet Baby. It's the #1 rated barbecue sauce in the world.
Is it?
Yep.
They have just so many, I forget which one I like.
The original sweet is the one everybody likes. I have tried the pineapple, I think, the Hawaiian one. And then there was a Chipotle I tried. It was all right. But the sweet. So what I do is I take the Sweet Baby Ray's, which is like, the highest rated, and then I add my own spice. So I'll add my own hot sauce to it and then mix it all together.
Yeah, I don't know. That's like the secret ingredient everybody talks about is grape jelly, though. But I do it just because people say to do it. But
I'm not a jelly guy.
You're a what's the other one? Jam.
I'm not a jam guy either. I'm a make my mouth burn off guy. I like the hot stuff.
So, you follow my Facebook search for the hot taco seasoning, right? There's this McCormick's hot taco seasoning.
Must have missed those.
That I love, and during the pandemic, every store ran out of them.
Oh God!
So I went on this road trip all around Iowa, and people were sending me hot taco seasonings.
What?
So now I have like 32 packets of them. And now they're back at Walmart, so I didn't really need to. So I actually bought 5 more just in case they go out again. But I have enough hot taco seasoning because it's really spicy. And my friend even works at McCormick's and couldn't give me an answer of why.
I'm going to start a GoFundMe for Troy to go buy out the store, so he'll never have to worry about this ever again.
People were mailing me taco seasoning, and then people on Amazon were selling it for $5 for one packet. And they're usually 87 cents.
Yeah. So actually, food retail arbitrage is a thing. So if you sell online, you know what retail arbitrage is. Basically, go in, buy clearance items, sell them. Usually, you have to wait a while, like a year, and then you can sell it at a pretty high price. So now people are doing it with food, especially like limited edition foods, so like limited edition Oreos, cereals, stuff like that. You can go in, buy the food, wait a little bit until everybody runs out, and then you post it online for $20.
My friend did that with Red Lobster biscuit mix when it was hard to find in stores.
Yep. You can make quite a bit of money if you're smart about it, but you can also get screwed over in retail arbitrage, so you got to watch it. But
now, what's the difference between that and the hand sanitizer guy who bought all of it?
So hand sanitizer guy did it is during the pandemic. It's a health reasons, so that's frowned upon. But doing it with limited products that don't have anything to do with people's health, that's usually, there's no problem with that. The reason people have a problem with the hand sanitizer guy is because it was because of the pandemic. It was affecting people's health. That was the issue.
And he literally was hoarding it.
That's what people do with everything else, but you can't do it with that.
Yeah, I thought about selling these on Amazon, but I wasn't sure. I needed to look at them to see if I had to put them in a Ziploc first, because they're spice packets basically. So I was trying to figure out what
you wouldn't Ziploc. I wouldn't do. You would need to do a vacuum sealer or like just any sealer. Let me show you what it looks like.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I didn't know if spices, if you had to do that, or if you could send them in FBA.
Well, you don't want to send them like that because it's going to get busted open. You want to put protection on it so you're covered. So you just put it in one of these. Put it in one of these so it's clear, maybe a little bigger package, and then you heat seal it, and then give it a little air in the middle so it gives some padding, and that way it's protected. And then you put the Amazon label on the outside.
Yeah, I did FBA for a while, and I was one of those guys that would buy the Star Wars Advent calendar from Target, and buy them all and then send them to Amazon.
Yep. Yep.
I did that. I did that one year, and I was like, "Wow, they all sold." I was like, "That was pretty cool."
That game is getting pretty overloaded with people though, because like especially with COVID, people are sitting in their house and they're not able to work, so a lot of people are doing that.
So Scott says, everyone stocks up on toilet paper. Troy stocks up on taco seasoning. I would say Troy won. Well, until the hot taco seasoning goes right through you, and then
you need the toilet paper. That's hilarious.
Someone's going to give me the poop emoji on that one, I think. But
they need a poop emoji that's on fire.
Oh, that makes me think of the old jokes about setting dogs' poop on fire and throwing them at.
I don't think anybody does that anymore.
No,
because you probably get the cops calling you and get something on your record. People are so I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a different world, probably for the better.
So speaking of,
we're still yapping.
Yep. How do I say this? So I'm involved with a youth group that's sponsored by the church. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we went out and did this whole thing, and we had, those, they call them pie irons. They're like things you put in the fire and you can make sandwiches and stuff like that,
Right.
That. Well, we had like 5 to 7 of these things, and they're awkward to carry because, they go like this. And so one of us, it wasn't me, had the bright idea to put them in a rifle bag to carry them. And so we were unloading and putting stuff back in the church. And as we're unloading, we hear from the top of the stairs, "Ames, please, is there anybody here?"
Oh my God.
Because someone called in that we were taking rifles into the church.
Right. Yeah. That's hilarious.
I mean, it's a very observant citizen. I give them full,
totally.
But it'll be a story for like years and years.
Didn't even think about it whenever you did it. Yeah. Yeah, that stuff happens, man. Everybody's very aware of their surroundings, and zombies out of here.
I don't know. I used to have the non-emergency number on speed dial just because of stuff I'd see around town, but
yeah,
now it's just like, whatever.
Yeah, people minding their own business. Nobody gets out of the house anymore. Everybody shut in.
Makes it easier to keep an eye on people sometimes because if they're out, they must be doing something. They're doing something.
I'll just go ahead and submit my hit the deck to you right now. I got Butterbean in today. There, I don't have to fill out.
You never did a video, or did you?
I did not do a video for that. That's that was on my non-video period.
Mark Summers.
I don't get video. I didn't do a video, so I don't get a point for the video. Just count the card.
I had tried Mark Summers and Harvey both, and I never got either one of them back.
You know what, Troy? You know what? I'm going to cheat. Here, look. About 2 weeks ago, I got Mark Summers back, and I also got John Cullum, who was in a movie with the 7 in it.
What's it say?
So, it's for my daughter. Everything's for my daughter. All the TTM stuff's for my daughter. And then I got Billy Bean, the Butterbean today. Butterbean. So King of 4 Rounders, I think is his nickname. So
I just remember, and this is your announcer Harvey saying, "So long, and life is not a spectator sport." I watched that show so much.
Wait, what show? It was Mark Summers did Double Dare. Yeah.
Harvey was the announcer, the balding guy that was on camera most of the time too.
Gotcha.
And I would only buy Reebok shoes. Have my mom buy Reeboks because that's what they had on Double Dare. And
see, I was a cheap guy. I went to Walmart and got the Shacks that were like $20.
Pro wings.
Yeah, they got him dunking on the lip.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, those are the ones I always got, and ones. And what were some of the other Walmart brands?
Iowa State had some really. It might have been Pro Wings. Like they actually sponsored Iowa State in the 80s. Like these awful shoes. But
the Starberries, they sold those at some clothing store that was a news clothing store. Everything was like $8 or under.
Oh, no.
And Starberries were like $8 or $9 for a pair of shoes. It was crazy. Wow. And that's how he launched his line, I think. Huh. I forget the name of the store.
We need a Zane Savage footwear line.
Oh yeah, just be clown shoes.
Gary Vee did that too. Shoes.
Yeah. He's got branded everything. Oh man.
Puma. Oh, I remember Jordache.
Pumas. Yeah.
Jordache. Puma.
Yeah.
Nice. Wow.
Some good brands
Hush
there.
puppies. Get out your hush puppies.
Star. There was a star one. Starter. Is it starter?
Starter.
I
Yeah.
had like a star and then like something.
Yeah.
Yep. They were a big one that you could get cheap.
Wow. Huh. Payless shoes is gone. Yeah.
LA gear. See, I'm a little old for LA gear. Those were for my time.
Well, cool. I'm going to go and sort some cards and get dinner, I think. But thanks for hanging out.
No
Thanks,
problem.
Tommy. Thanks, Scott. Ooh, we have two Scotts in there right now. Scott collects and Scott. Henry. Faltzy. Oh, just scrolled. Victor.
Oliver.
Long stream. Yeah, I wasn't expecting 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I did do a test stream, Zane, with my Canon, my good camera.
Right.
They just released webcam software for the Mac.
Did it go well?
It did, but even though I have 2 batteries, it's about an hour's worth of batteries. And I don't want to get the adapter because you have to modify your camera to use the AC adapter. Like it's an aftermarket,
Right.
thing. But so I could do it for an hour if it was something like really high quality I wanted to do. But this is just one of those C920s or whatever. So
yeah, the webcams that used to be $30, now they're 150 or something like that.
Right.
Everybody's doing Zoom.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Logitech. Oh, and Megan. Thanks for tuning in, Megan.
Yeah, definitely, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it.
But yeah, so be on the lookout. Make sure you're subscribed. You 9 people, hit the alarm button in case I do one of these crazy ones. Look up Zane Savage and Graphers AA. All of our links are on graphersaa.com. Actually, you can go to all the channels.
Get a vinyl sticker.
Get a vinyl sticker of Zane or me or Stacy Schaefer as a ghost.
Yeah, Stacy Schaefer's a ghost. So if you want Stacy Schaefer as a ghost, as a sticker, you can get that.
So I guess I'll end with my saying, and you can do yours. May your mailboxes be full and your stamps forever. And
you take care, all of you autograph addicts.
there it is. Thanks, Zane. Talk to you everyone later.